Hey, 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 welcome back to another Ebon Shade Chronicles, our D&D adventure in the Forgotten Realms. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host, and your Dungeon Master for today. Welcome aboard as we continue on with our adventure in the land of Faerun with our little group of adventurers as they continue on their epic storyline. Before we get started, real quick, if those that are watching, give us a thumbs up on the video, subscribe if you haven't, check out our Patreon, and check out our ACS campaign. There we go. Now we can get to the storyline. Let's introduce all the characters and players, and we'll start with the very top and work our way down with you. TLC, who you playing, and tell a little bit about your character. You're muted, Teals.
Yeah, and I was trying to find my way over to the right screen. I'm like, where's my unmute on?
Why is the technology not working?
I lost my mute button. So I'm playing Celestro, Wood Elf, Druid, nothing but Druid, just a Druid.
Okay.
I make big rhinos and I control elements and weather, and it's pretty awesome.
Very nice. Grim, who you playing?
I am playing Morngrim, and I smash thing with my fist and be sneaky.
All right. Andrew?
I play Yusuf, the Dwarven Cleric. I heal and I smite with the power of the gods.
There you go. Finn?
I play Organ, a gnome bard / sorcerer, and I just cause chaos and confusion wherever I go.
You're pretty worthless. And last but not least, Johnny?
I'm playing as Rogaris, a level 15 dwarven fighter. Just a fighter.
Just a fighter, trained by Drizzt de Orden. No big deal. I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Nah,
It
was a Tuesday.
Yeah, he was bored. Corinth, are you there?
I am here.
Where's your mug, fool?
It's almost set up there. I'm running behind on the daylight savings. My sleepy time was
it completely threw me off today, and we had
yes,
a power.
I was like, oh no!
We had a power outage, so everything went off, including my alarm. So I didn't wake up like I normally do, and then I woke up. I'm like, like I was slept because I stayed up later than I normally do because I was working on homework, and then next thing I know, I'm like, that's not the time I wanted to be waking up. I'm so far behind today.
I am exactly
completely
right.
threw me off.
So, right with you.
All right. Let us recap. Basically, our party, it's been a couple years. The year is 1495 in the Dell Reckoning, and timeline of where we are. Actually, 1496. The characters had gone on their own separate journeys to become better equipped for the upcoming battle that they were going to be facing. Morgan went with McCarvin, an NPC that I control, to his monkish citadel in the mountains and trained there under the leadership of the monks, the Brotherhood of Old. Celestia and the two dwarves, Yusef and Rogaris, went to Gauntlgrim, where they were trained by Pykel and Ivan. Celestia learned a ton of new druid magic from this funny little dwarf with green hair and developed her skills. Yusef and Rogaris got thrashed repeatedly by Drizzt de Orden himself, but through the training they got stronger. And because of Gauntlgrim and the training of the dwarves there, Yusef became a better cleric. Rogaris became a better fighter, and he crafted his own shield using the the special ore from the mountain, and did very well. Corinth was trained by none other than Elminster and Mordenkainen, who took pleasure in throwing him in the air daily and teaching him all the things about combat magic and just magic in general, as he's becoming a chosen of Mistra. So they've been teaching him how to harness that power, how to use that power, how to become a better caster in battle, and basically just tortured his ass for 3 years, making him drink a lot of buttermilk. And then last but not least, Oregon. was taught by the bard of Shadowdell, Storm Silverhand, one of the seven sisters and chosen of Mystra. She taught him how to a lot more training in being a bard sorcerer, also how to be a leader, as he has become a commander of a whole new group of knights that have come forward that are now under his command. Their citadel is now a waypoint station from the north, heading into Arabelle. So they are doing well. They now own the land that they occupy. Finally joining them was Kata. She came back a fully fledged adult now, trained in Silvery Moon by the lady there, another of the seven sisters. And so they all had a rejoicing. They had a visit from Arclas' mom, Lady Delcastle, who basically made their life miserable for a night, and did an inspection of the property and was very impressed with what had been done there. And then everybody had gone their separate ways. All the trainers had gone, and it was now just left to the party. Also, they picked up another character in the form of Fern, who is now a Spriggan under the command of Oregon, who lives and protects the garden with his many female flower followers. You think he's the bomb.com, and he thinks he's the bomb.com. And so they had a run-in with him. And that's where we start off. It's the next day. You guys, if there's anything you guys want to do before we kick things off, anything you want to interact with or do, now is the time. So I leave it to the group. Is there anything you want to accomplish? Let's say you're all come down for breakfast and you're being served by your famous butler, Rufus. Did I call him Rufus? What did I call him?
Rufus, I think,
it was Rufus.
Yep, it was Rufus.
Rufus comes in, he's serving, he's like, oh, another fine morning at the Citadel. And he's just, being his old cranky self. You do find that Rufus is an incredibly good butler. Everything is always where it needs to be. You guys always have breakfast ready. You always have, the place is always kept immaculate. So Rufus has turned out to be very much worth the money that he's paid. He's also very much a crankety old bastard that you pay. So, but still, he treats Celestra and Kata with good gracious, but the rest of you guys, he just shakes his head up a lot and says discouraging remarks to you as he goes around. But you guys are at the breakfast table. Is there anything you want to do? You guys are eating. It's the day after Lady Delcastle left. You guys have had, you guys are getting your morning sausages and eggs and everything like that. So if there's anything you want to accomplish or talk to or say to anyone, now's the time.
I'm gonna want to go into the market because I have some things that I'm gonna be looking for.
Okay.
But one of the things I'm gonna Valron. I've had some changes. I'll kind of leave it at that. But I'm going to try and see if I can trade in my Cloak of Displacement. But I know you like to try and keep the magic items. So I wanted to see if you had any use for it, if anybody else had a use for it before I kind of traded it in.
A what?
The Cloak of Displacement.
Depends on how much you are offered for it, especially versus how much you paid.
Okay.
What were you gonna trade it in for?
I have some armors and weapons and stuff I need to get.
Okay, so you probably do need to trade it in then.
Unless one of you needs it, and then I can just sell it to you for cheaper if that's something anyone here is looking for.
Yeah, just see what you get offered. I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have money left over, so if someone does want it, I can help them get it too. So, no worries.
Okay. So does anybody here want to buy a Cloak of Displacement at a cheaper price? I'll give a friend's ring.
Something I'm in need
What
of.
was the price on that, anyways? That originally.
The regular price for that is 2,000.
I might be interested in it. We'll have to see what they offer you for it.
Okay.
And I have something I could put towards it as well. I have +2 Cloak of Protection.
I don't think I'll be able to use that, so that might be useful for someone else too.
I may buy that cloak, and then you can get the other cloak.
Yay,
Yes.
cloak roulette.
Yeah, see how much they'll give you, and we'll work out a price.
Okay. So, Ranger, I'm going to want to go to the market after we're done with breakfast.
So you guys are going to go to the market. Who's all going?
I'll go with them.
I'll go
I
as
will
well.
go.
I'll go to browse, but
That's pretty much what I'm going to do. But
Balron has become a very picky and strange eater, so his breakfast is taking an inordinately long amount of time.
That's right. Kata eats what you don't.
Yeah, I'm just like certain things don't taste like the way that I used to, so I'll grab something, I'll eat it, and I'll be like, no, I don't want that, and start kind of going through things just because I've developed different tastes.
oh my god, he's turned into a vegan.
You never know.
That was a joke, by the way. I just gotta
I'm
make
gonna
that caveat. It was a joke.
I'm gonna start converting people too, so it's
Oh,
okay.
God.
oh,
Fern's in the other room. I heard that.
All right. So, who all is going to the market?
pretty much all of us are.
Let's just
That's
go.
what it looks like.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys go off and head to the open market of Arabelle, the bazaar, and are you going to any place specifically?
The twins.
The Twins Emporium? Okay.
Mhm.
And for some reason, my notes on them have disappeared. Crap. Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Excellent.
Not really, because then you're not going to be able to buy crap. Careful what you wish for there, homie. Why is that not...
And just to remind,
There.
to refresh my memory, they don't do anything with the weapons. So weapons and armors was a different place. I have to look for the
Yeah,
name
that's
of it.
in Zizel.
Right. So this is just the magic item. So yep.
Yeah. It would seem like all my notes on... Where did all my notes go? That's really weird. A second. I had all these notes for all these places, and then... Alright, they have basically disappeared. That really sucks. That's really crud. I had all these notes. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you guys go to the Twin Outlet Enchanted Emporium, and you guys go in. It's a normal day. There's a couple patrons there. You see Bells and Bella are running around, taking care of customers and stuff. Bella is sitting there behind her book as always, and you see Bells is unoccupied at the moment. He looks like he's checking something. He just paid a customer, just bought something, and he's come back with a package for them.
Okay. I will wait for Bells to be finished up.
Okay. The person gets done making his purchase, and then Bells goes and looks up. He looks at you guys for a second. He's like, "Well, bless the maker. Look who it is. Oh my, it's been
Hi,
a long
Belle.
time. Well, hello there, my little fine dressed little gnome. How are you?
I'm doing quite well.
I can tell, Mr. Commander of the Knights of this area.
Shucks. I'm just.
Do I need to salute you?
Of course not. Don't be silly.
Oh, I love to be silly.
Oh well. In that case, I salute him back. I just salute him.
He starts laughing. He's like, "Well, it's been a long time. We've had some great trade with your, coming through here thanks to your guys and your elven emissary. So business is good thanks to you guys. I couldn't thank you more than enough. How can I help you today?"
I have this cloak of displacement that I got from you before.
Yes.
And I'm looking to trade it in actually for something else.
What are you looking for?
Do you have a rod of alerting?
I have a lot of rods. Maybe alerting may not be one of them.
Oh my.
Oh my.
You are silly.
He goes, well, let me look in my inventory. I don't know if we carry such a thing. He starts flipping through his book. Rods, lots of rods. No, not that one. Let's see here. I do happen to have one, but let me see what will be in the difference between the cloak that you have and what this item would be.
Okay.
Discounted, of course, for such a fine, outstanding person such as yourself. See, he's really looking, because the DM's really looking. So the cloak, how much did you pay for the cloak when you were here last, my little friend?
I believe it was 2,000.
All right, so we'll say that 2,000 for that. I do have one rod, but it's 8,000 gold.
Oh.
It's a very powerful item, very rare.
I kind of I turn around. Hey Morgrim, can I borrow money this time?
How much money did we get from the last job, anyways? I forgot to write it down.
You guys have in your bank. I wrote Finn's
Yeah, I think I told you guys.
You guys have certain money that's in the bank as a group fund. You can. Each of you can pull out right now. I think the total is like 3,500 a piece. Or
yeah,
something.
I typed it in the chat. Hold on, I'm bringing it up right now. It was everyone gets 3,300. But Morgrim, we had a IOU thing, so you gave me 200 from that, so I added 3,500. You were gonna add 3,100 to yours.
Okay.
That's if we divide it evenly. If we want to just pull it and buy stuff, then it's up to you guys. But
it's like a group fund, you guys. But you guys can pull up to that amount unless you get authorization from the party to pull more. So you have that available. You guys are making every month about. After everything's paid and stuff, you're still making about 2,500 gold a month with trade and everything that's going on through the businesses and your keep and things of that nature.
Morgrim, can I
Of
borrow
course, the
some?
crown takes quite a lot, so you don't make as much as you could, but this is to be expected. There's a war going on.
So, Morgrim, can I borrow some?
Let's see what else we can get, and maybe he'll give us a package deal and
Okay.
knocks him off the top.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogaris will also look at you and say, I have money as well if you need. So let's just see what else there is available.
Okay. Feel free to browse around, my friends.
All right. He's like, "Is there anything else? I mean, we're doing business here." He's like, "I could knock off a couple of. I can give it to you for 6,000, 25% off."
Well, here's a question. You got any things on sale today?
No, I only deal with friends when I do sales.
Ah,
Gives you a wink.
well, then we'll have to work on that.
And you guys know that he does this a lot, which drives his sister batty because she is the opposite and will try to finagle the hell out of you.
Do you have any rarer items? Things that just came into your stock recently?
I mean, I have all kinds of things, but you're going to have to be specific on what you want. I can see if I have it and if I don't. That's why we keep a ledger, because I can't remember off the top of my head. We've got wares coming in here all the time.
Well, let's start with potions. What sort of potions do you have in stock?
I have greater healing potions.
Now, how much are they?
The greater healing potions.
We had that listed as 300 on our.
No, those are regular healing potions, right?
No, regular was 50.
Yeah.
Regular was 100.
Yeah. And then he says, I do have. He says he has. What's the level for after greater fin? So I don't have to look it up in my book here.
Superior?
Superior. I have one superior healing potion as well.
How much is that?
What did I list as the price, Finn?
That one we haven't priced yet.
Christ, you would make me look this up.
It went from, I think typical is 500, then 300, then 750, I think is the next one.
Hold on. Superior would be... would be 1,000 gold.
And 64?
Huh?
And 6d4 plus 6 healing?
That's 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, okay. 8d4 plus 8.
Supreme
okay.
healing, which are very rare, is
Yeah,
10d4
it's an oh shit
plus
potion.
20.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the break glass in case of an emergency.
Yeah, that's typically that's going to be about 1,000 or 900 gold for those, but get what you pay for with that one.
Oh yeah. How about potions that maybe temporarily augment different features of the body, like strength or intelligence, or?
We don't have any of those. We don't get into too much of the. You have to find like an alchemist in town that can brew that for you. We don't really typically sell those. Mainly just deal with items. We do sell healing potions because common item that people buy. Usually the lower ones, but if you can find one, he can make it for you. Yeah, absolutely. But we don't really sell a lot of those.
How about items that might protect the mind? I'm relatively stout dwarf, so I'm not too worried about taking a hit. But the mind is always something that can be played with by more powerful wizard users.
Indeed. It's like being an elf myself. I don't have this problem, but I can see where you're going with this, my friend. Let me see if I have any helms or anything like that.
You might have to give up your Helm of Languages, though, Rogaris.
Mm.
It's going to make it so you won't be able to understand Fern, maybe.
Well, I can keep both hats with me, possibly, if I have something like that, and swap out in and out as needed.
It's not going to work that way. There's, like, rules with attunement.
The Helm of Comprehending Languages doesn't require attunement.
The other one may.
He says, I do have a headband of intellect, which will increase your intelligence to a certain level. But that's about it. It doesn't really protect you so much, but you're more intelligent, so maybe you're able to resist things more. I'll have to look at that. He's like, I'll come get back with you later on. I'll see if I can find something for you.
Yeah, because that requires attunement.
Yes, it does. He's looking for his rings. He's like, well, let me see if I have a ring or something that can do something.
Out of curiosity, how much would that headband be, though?
1,200 gold.
It's not a bad price at all.
How about a cloak and a ring of protection?
I have +1 cloaks and rings of protection.
One of each.
So, give me a second here. He's still looking. He's like, he really wants to see if he can find that for you.
I'll add it to our list, Celestra. So 1 cloak of protection and 1 ring of protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I say those price were on those, Finn?
I'm checking right now.
There shouldn't be two.
Actually, I have a spare +1 ring of protection if you want it, Teals. Celestra, sorry.
Take one.
Who's Teals?
It's Celestra.
He says, I do have a ring of resistance to psychic damage. No stats. That's 2,500 gold.
What does that do?
Protects you against psionics, mind stuff.
We have Ring of Protection priced out. We don't have the cloak priced out.
Cloak of protection.
Yeah, you said that it was 1,200 as well. The ring of psychic resistance.
The ring is 2,500. No, that's right. The other thing was 2,500, right? The ring is
No,
Wait,
the
what
headband you had said was 12.
12. Yeah, this is 2,500.
Okay.
Pretty nice item. Cloak of protection. Hey, anybody want a deck of many things?
Not quite yet.
Those are probably really expensive too. So
I mean, the cloak's going to run you 300.
For +1?
Yeah.
Are you looking for +1, Celestra, or something more?
Well, I don't have either, so I'm just trying to make this druid a little squish.
Gotcha.
oh, you might want to look into say some bracers of defense.
Only work
Those
if
get-
you're not wearing any kind of armor or anything.
I
yeah, you
can't
can
wear
wear-
anything metal. If they make them of dragon scale or leather, I can.
I think the bracers of defense are made out of leather.
No, they're not.
Oh, they aren't. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And +1, Ring of Protection.
The ring's going to be about the same. It's like 300.
Yeah, I have the ring prices. Did you want just +1, Celestra? Or did you want to get a higher Ring of Protection? I know Morgrim said
He doesn't have any higher. It's just +1.
Oh,
That's all
okay.
he has right now.
I can rock +1 for now. It's a boost to my AC and saving throws, so it's better than having nothing on.
Yeah, and since I have that extra one, it'll save you some cash.
So yeah, we'll pick up a cloak and I'll take his one that's collecting dust.
Okay.
Okay. He looks at you. So, what are we purchasing today, my fine friends?
So we have a Rod of Alertness that you said for 6,000, right? And then the Cloak of Protection, which is regular at 300, but what would you do for us?
Well, I'm giving you a deal on the rod, so you know.
But we're buying more now from the Wink.
Well, I'm giving you 2,000 off the rod. It's 8,000, so I'm giving it to you for 6,000. And you know my sister's going to kill me for this, but you're friends, and I want to help you out.
Is there also a possibility of a robe of useful items?
He's like, oh yes, I have one of those.
How much would that be?
350 gold.
Would I be allowed to wear that, able to wear that over top of armor?
No.
Real quick out of character, we'd have to go to the blacksmith if we wanted like enchanted weapons and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a blacksmith at our
We have to actually
keep.
go to a different
Yeah,
place.
you guys have your own blacksmith there at the keep. He just needs materials and stuff to make.
But not to enchant, right? Enchantment, we have to go to
Right, but you have your.
Like if I want to get a +1 weapon, where would I go?
You would go to your keep because not only do you have him, but you have the elven lady your emissary that can do that. That's what she does.
Okay.
Yeah, Sionia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Oregon.
trying to think of anything I need from this guy, and the only thing I could think of was that cloak that Oregon has. But I need a magical weapon. I really do.
Okay.
I'm gonna want that headband of intellect.
Okay.
Even if I can't wear it for now, I'm sure somebody else definitely could eventually if needed. But
Yeah, it may not be here next time.
exactly.
Okay. So we have the Cloak of Protection, the Rod of Alertness, and the Headband of Intellect for Rogaris.
So he's like, so that'll be. I'll take the cloak of displacement. That means you have to pay me 7,500 gold in total.
Uh,
Yeah, I've got 4,000 on Rogaris.
Wait, hold on. I don't think that number is right.
So it's 8,000 for the rod.
I thought he made it 6,000.
Right. Oh yeah, he
You
did
get
make it
discount,
6.
right? So it'll
So
be 4,000.
minus the 2,000, so it's 4,000. So 5,500. Right, 5,500.
Should we probably get that superior healing potion as well?
It's up to you.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, that's something that hopefully we don't need very often, but when you do, it's good to have.
Okay. So you want that, Rogaris?
Yeah. So I'll give you the 2,200 that I would owe right now.
Correct. The 2,200 from Rogaris, and then 300 from Celestra, and then 4,000 from me.
All right. Make sure you mark that off. And the trade is done. All shopping items are done.
So if you're not gonna wear it now, I can hold.
So
What? The cloak?
Well, Rogaris wanted the headband, but he doesn't want to wear it yet. But he wants it later.
Well, I'm gonna check because where'd it go? Where's my helm?
It may be better for Morngrim if he can wear it.
not really. This is more of a caster item.
Well, not when it needs investigate.
I mean, it increases your intelligence to 19 automatically.
Morngrim, you have hurt us way too many times by missing the trap. Most of the time, it's because you're flying over
Dude.
them.
Well,
Don't fly over
it has
them.
nothing to do with skills and stuff because the dice have been rolling really bad for me. The
Well,
gods have not been in my favor. Yes, I'm talking to you.
Here's the other thing I'm thinking is that Rogaris is borderline as intelligent as a stone. So one of the things that I'm thinking is that heaven forbid Rogaris ever gets mind controlled. That could land up being very bad for the party.
Yeah, but you can only wear one or the other. You cannot wear your helm of comprehend languages in this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was totally going to go like 80s rapper and put two hats on sideways.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's why I'm just looking. The headband does require attunement. The helm does not. And I'm just trying to see what else did I have that was
The headband does require attunement. Because
yeah, that's why I'm just trying to see what else I have that's attuned.
I wouldn't be able to use it anyways.
Your
'cause I'm
weapon,
already
your
wearing
weapon,
things.
and your belt are both attuned.
Yep. So I should be able to wear it, no problem then.
Yeah, you can wear it, but that's all you can wear.
Yeah. So that's my 3 items. So I just grab that.
So while you have the headband on, your intelligence is 19, and you get anything skills that you have intelligence automatically increase, but I don't know if you do or not. But you get intelligence saves, so you can add that.
Cool.
So you feel very, very smart all of a sudden.
I'm going to buy glasses now. And a pocket protector that'll fit on my armor.
Yeah.
Thank God his wisdom is still low.
He puts on E equals MC squared.
I may look to get a matching bow tie.
But when you're not wearing it, you're good old Rogaris. When you are wearing it, you're genius level intellect now, 19.
He takes it off. Ooh, a squirrel.
All right. I have modified my character sheet with everything.
I mean,
okay.
Valron, did you want to get anything? You're still missing items. You don't have anything right now, right?
Got my staff.
Yeah, you don't have anything else.
Well, I guess I was kind of just assuming the last time I was here they didn't have much in the way of mage stuff. So, I mean, I can ask
you can.
What style of or what possible items for a arcane caster might you have, like a ring of counterspell?
No ring of counterspell.
That's the one I can think of. A ring of storing, which we got from you before.
Yeah, you bought the last one they had.
Yep. So I don't think that there's anything that they would have I would want.
There any wands or spell scrolls?
wands would definitely fall under caster stuff. So, yeah, if they have wands, let me know.
He's going through. He's like, well, let me see what I have.
Oh,
Well,
is it possible that a robe of useful things would be good for a wizard?
Only if they carry a bunch of like stuff that they need it for.
Well, I think that most of the items on it are basically picked out by the DM.
Yeah, we roll for it, so you know it could be great or not. So he's looking at robes for you. He's like, well, let me see what I have.
Well, while they're doing this, I'm going to say, hey guys, I'm going to head back to the fort. I got to take care of something, so I'll see you guys there.
Oh, if you're going back there to see our elven ambassador, ask him the status of the Blink puppy, because it's been 3 years since I asked. It could very well be a dog, adult.
Okay.
Thank you.
He does have a robe of stars.
Ooh.
Valron.
Just sounds impressive.
He says it will cost 3,200 gold, but he'll give you a discount, so 2,600.
That's cheap for a robe of the stars.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's the one that lets you travel back and forth between the astral plane, right?
Yeah, but it's very well. Hold on.
You also get to throw magic
Never
missile
mind.
around.
I totally messed that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
never
going to say, dude, that's
I forgot to add a 0. Yeah, that's not there. So yeah, that's not
Robo
happening.
Stars just says saving throws +1.
Plus, you get magic missile.
no,
You
You
no,
get
no,
magic
no.
missile, and you can travel in the
Yeah,
astral
Oh,
astral
yeah,
plane.
there's the
Yeah,
astral
yeah,
plane
yeah,
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. I screwed. Yeah. So he does have one, but
That's what I was going to say. Are you sure it's that cheap? Because I will buy one too. Like, that's the ultimate thief item right there. Why hide in shadows when you can just go up the astral plane?
Yusuf, anything else you want? You're on mute, I think.
No, everything I plan on getting is either armor or weaponry based.
Okay. That's where we're heading to next. Aha!
yeah, he doesn't have anything really.
Yeah, don't worry about me. Just go on the other guys.
Grab him some bracers of defense. He can use those.
he
Those are
cannot wear
caster
those.
items.
No robes of defense,
Bracers.
bracers he cannot wear.
Really?
Yep.
I'll take one of those robes of useful items, just in case maybe along the line somebody else can use it.
All right.
And any chance do you have a bag of holding available?
He says, I do have a bag of holding.
And how much would that be? Bag of holding 500 on the website.
Yeah, we had a bag of holding +1, or the level 1.
Yeah, it's 500.
Okay. Any chance of a 2, or is it just the 1?
It's just the one.
That's fine. So there'd be 500 plus 350. Take that out of my character sheet.
All right. Anything else you guys want from here?
Okay, so Rogaris just got the robe of useful items for 350, and then the
Mm.
and then the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. That's another 850.
So I think Rogaris, you've almost used up all of your share of money here.
Hey, it's worth it, because some of these items, like I said, are things that we might be able to use for the rest of the party. Another bag of holding is always a good thing.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
All right. So
All right, are we ready to go back?
I just had an interesting idea.
All right. Do me a favor, Rogeris.
Yes.
Roll 40. Roll a 2d4. Five.
5.
All right. I want you to roll me a d100 and tell me what you get.
39.
So I want you to write all this down. This is that you're going to have with this. So the robe has the following 2 patches of each. All right, automatically: dagger, bullseye lantern, filled and lit, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, hemp rope, 50 feet coiled, sacks. Those are 2 of each. You also have 2 wooden ladders that are 24 feet long.
Wow. Okay.
Roll
That's cool.
roll another d100.
61.
You get 4 potions of healing.
Regular ones?
Yeah,
Nice.
just regular 4 potions of healing.
Okay.
Okay. Roll one more.
16.
You get an iron door, 10 feet wide and 10 feet high. You can place it in an opening you can reach. It automatically conforms to any opening, attaches, hinging itself, and locking.
God, I wish I could wear this with armor.
We'll end up probably having to use that one of these days.
Or maybe it can be worn by a dog.
You're gonna put an iron door on a dog?
No, I'm going to put a robe on a dog.
Oh.
But he has to be the one that pulls it out. You have to attend to it, and then you can start using the patches.
Fetch iron door, puppy.
All right, dude, give me another one.
37.
Another wooden ladder. And one more roll.
79.
You get a spell scroll containing 1 spell of 1st to 3rd level.
That's pretty nice.
What spell?
Any 1st to 3rd level spell.
He gets to pick?
Mm-hmm.
Probably always wanted to conjure animals.
So the way this works, though, is that this is everything the robe has. Once you use a patch, it's gone. Once all the patches are used up, it becomes just a regular robe. It doesn't recharge or anything.
That's still pretty cool. It's worth it alone for the scroll, basically.
Yeah.
And the 4 healing potions.
The 4 healing
Yeah,
potions.
the regular healing
Yeah,
potions.
no. So it's 2 of each in those first couple of things.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. So you guys make your way out, and you head back to your place where you see the dwarven. You guys have an ironwork blacksmith place there, and you can see one part is for common things, horseshoes, things of that nature, repair, and the other thing is for crafting. The dwarf that runs this place is very good with making any kind of thing you want. So if you have a weapon that you want him to craft and then take it to the elf lady, she can inscribe it to make it any kind of plus item you want. Anything else will require certain items. She may be able to do it, she may not.
Okay. Well, I already have the items that I'd like to go to +1 if possible.
All right. So what items do you want to go +1?
My 2 jutes or jutes or whatever you call
It's actually one thing. So it's like think of 3 piece, like a triangle. So when you use it, It's got the stabbing in, but you can use like nunchucks and stuff. It's what makes it a unique weapon. But she can, when you go there and you talk to her, she says she can easily add +1. It'll take her 3 days.
Okay.
And the
I
material
hand them over to her.
and the materials will cost 300 gold to inscribe with the runes and diamond dust and things of that nature that she'll need. Just components to do this. It'll be 300 gold.
Okay. And I'll hand her 400 gold.
She's like, you pay me enough, just 300, please.
Oh, I was trying to be nice.
Well,
okay,
but she's got a full laboratory here, plus an office with an assistant that keeps track of all the inventory and stuff that comes from all over the lands that, Valron has set up. So she is doing just fine, So
Okay.
she's the emissary for the elves here. She's able to do it. It'll be 3 days. She said maybe 2, but she said it's gonna.
Well, I tell her take your time.
She says, I have to take my time, but she's like, I could get it probably done in 2. So she says, come back tomorrow because it's so early in the morning. I may have it done by tomorrow night. If not, it'll be the 3rd day.
Okay, and after that, I want to go talk to Lehan and Jerome.
They're doing their daily things. They're in the training area practicing. All guards and knights are required to practice, so they're in there with blunted instruments and armor stuff practicing, and their swordsmanship right now.
Cool. I flag them over.
They stop what they're doing and they come over and like, yes,
Have a task for you guys.
okay.
Put your ears to the ground and see if you can find us an alchemist that would be willing to work here.
An alchemist, you say?
Or an apothecary, one or the other.
He's like, okay, well, I'll get with my
And
contacts.
get back to me, let me know how much money you need, and we'll get it all set up.
He's like, I never thought about that. We could make a lot of money with potion selling. He's like, let me go talk to. I keep forgetting her name, the elfin lady. What's her name, please? Someone. I gotta write the.
Sionia Aragon.
Okay, Sionia. Finn, make a note that so when we get done with here, I need to get some names from you and stuff because my notes are all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
So that I need to put Sionia. He's like, yeah, I'll talk to Sionia. She actually would love to get probably one of those here that would love to do that. It's okay. I have some people in mind. I'll make some contacts. I'll let you know.
Cool. Keep up the good work, guys.
All right. And they finish. They wipe off their faces and they go back to their morning practice session.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else anybody else wants to do?
Yeah, I'm heading back to the blacksmith because I know Mongrim left before the rest of us. I'm
All right.
heading to the blacksmith.
Is everybody following Oregon back, or is there anything else?
That's all back to our keep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm headed to the
we'll go back.
blacksmith as well.
Okay.
Well, after I'm done, I'm going to go back to my room and meditate.
Okay. So you go and meditate. All right, you guys come back. You see the blacksmith. There's a couple apprentices. They're busy repairing stuff. You can see caravans. There's a road that goes through the keep that with the shops on one side, your manor and stuff on the other, with all the shops. The blacksmith's been set up there. It's a really nice place. And you see the dwarven guys barking orders, and they're looks like they're taking care of some wheels and some other things that caravan had just brought in, and so yeah, you guys can go up in there, and
All right.
you're at the blacksmith.
All right. Hello. I need to request that a breastplate and a shield be made.
All right. That all?
That's all for me. And then I look to see if anybody else has a request as Yusuf came over.
Yes, I am looking to have a shield and my mail both strengthened.
Well, I can't do that per se, but if you go talk to the elven lass over there, she can do that for you. I do all the building with the materials and make it, and then she can inscribe it for you, so you can give you whatever thing you want on it.
Excellent. I shall do that.
He's like, all right, come here, you little gnome. And he comes and picks you up at literally, I mean, his arms are massive. You can tell. And he literally picks you up, puts you on a little stool, and he's like, start taking measurements. All right, it's gonna take me a couple. It's gonna take me at least. Well, I already have the materials here. You're a wee little lad. Take me. I'll have it done by tomorrow. Any specifics are just a any that this will just be a basic breastplate and a shield. I'm not doing any ornate work. If you do, it'll take a couple more days.
Well, I have a spare shield if you need it. So I've got my old shield.
Oh, well, if you have that shield, that works perfect.
Yeah, I mean it's just a
Is a
standard
gnome
shield.
going to be able to carry it?
The shields are regular size, I think, so this should be fine, right?
That's
Yeah, I
size
mean, it
for
was
a
just
dwarf.
a regular generic starter shield.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually go into my bag of holding
Mm-hmm.
and take out the head of the drake that we killed, because I had saved that one.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to ask him, is there any way that you can put this in the front of the breastplate? I don't mind waiting longer.
He's like, I can make it ornate, but I can't take. There's no way I can do that. I can't take the head and put it on there. You wee wascal.
Can you put this design of the drake and make it in the front of it? You don't have to put it directly, but I want the top of the head of the drake in the front of the breastplate.
All right, that'll take another day. So 2 days, 3 at most.
Okay. I'm willing to wait.
All right, it's gonna
Just
cost you
don't
10 gold to do all that,
Okay.
and it's actually more expensive. But you being a commander, I have to do it.
Well, I appreciate that, and I salute him.
All right, and he starts immediately grabs some metal. You see that he calls one of the young kids over. He's like, "All right, we got to make this damn breastplate. Get over here, you wee little scrawny bastard!" And they just start pounding. They just immediately start working. This is a rush order, so they're going to be working on this day and night because you are the commander. So it should be done by tomorrow.
Okay.
Evening.
And then I'm gonna head over with Yusuf to Sionia.
All right, so you guys.
And does Rogaris give me his shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
you have-
I'll take it out of my inventory.
Mhm.
And it's just a regular shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the regular starter shield I've had since day one.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head over to Salonia, and she's sitting there, and you can see that she has in her possession. You can see that she's got a table set up, and she's got like these giant binoculars on, and you can see that she is using some kind of device, and is slowly, you see her sprinkle a little bit of dust, and then she's slowly inscribing runes into what looks like to be Wargrim's weapon.
I'll approach very quietly as to not disturb her, but let her take side of me when she's.
She doesn't look up. She's like, "I heard you coming."
Okay.
Before you enter the door, Commander Oregon, how may I help you?
After you're done with
She looks up to you. She's got those moss canado giant eyeballs looking at you from the spectacles.
After you're done with Morngrim's weapon, there, I have a request as well. If you could enchant this shield, and there's also a breastplate. And what's the name of the blacksmith? I don't have a blacksmith name.
I don't have a name. We'll have to pick one. Make a note of that. We'll have to come up with a name for him.
The blacksmith is working on a breastplate for me. And how much would it cost to get that one enchanted?
For what kind of enchantment are you looking for?
Just a +1.
She thinks about it. She's like, discount. Rush order. I think it's one of my apprentices to help with this now. What did I charge you, Morgren? Oh yeah, but you could help Corinth.
What was that?
If you want to help Corinth, she's
I'll
like,
help make anything. Yeah.
oh well, then time goes down the wayside for all this. So she's like, for materials, the diamond dust, things of that nature, it's going to be, if Corinth's going to help me, Valron's going to help me. 150 gold for materials and stuff.
For both?
For each one, yeah.
150 for each, so 300 total.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to leave the shield here, and she looks at you, Valron, if you want to start on it immediately, we can have this done tomorrow. Probably the next day after, so 3 days for, not tomorrow, but the day after, we can get the breastplate done. because we can both kind of work on that. But I've got to work on this for Warground, and now I got to do this. If you want to handle the shield, Valron, be very much appreciated.
I'll get going.
I kind of look at Valron. I'm like, we need to get you stuff too.
I'll get you guys taken care of first.
No. You have like nothing. We can do without these upgrades if we really need to. I don't mind waiting, Sionia, for after you finish Morngrim's. But we have to do some stuff with Balron first.
She kind of looks up curiously. She's like, well, what do you need?
What do you need, Valron? We need to get you a staff, and we need to get you.
He's got a staff.
He's got a staff.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you need? What else were you wearing, Valron? You just had a bag.
No, that's all I had was my staff before. So
she's like,
Valron
hold on. She's like, so. She kind of gives you all a smirk, like, you're lucky I'm in the business of trade and wares of magical items. And she goes back, she lifts up her things, and Shaloni is like all elves, just gorgeous, right? So, which makes her look ridiculous when she's got those glasses on to see when she's doing her fine work. So she goes in the back and she comes back out. And she's like, here, and she hands you this cloak, and she says, this is a mental spell resistance. So you can have saving throws against spells while you wear this. This is an old cloak of mine. And then she's like, what else can I get you here?
Hey, maybe it'll help you resist being blown up again.
She's
Too
like,
soon?
she's
Too
like,
soon?
indeed.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
that was a long time ago. That was 3 years. It's about
Can
time.
I turn him into a chihuahua?
And she's like,
I'll turn Grim into
she's
a
like,
chihuahua.
I'm trying to think of what else I have for you. She's like, let's see.
Wands or rings are probably the easiest. Like that. I
Yeah,
can
she's like, she reaches into her pouch and she flicks you a ring, very very ornately designed and stuff. You can tell it's elven crafted. Ring of protection too. You can bring it back to me. We'll figure something out.
Thank you. I'll make sure to donate some stuff for our homelands.
She's like, I've already got that covered. It's just like, trust me, they're very happy with what's happening here. So
I'm very pleased. I'm glad to.
well, you know what would please me if you get your hands busy on this shield.
I am working while I'm talking.
Yes, and if you could have some food brought, Lord Commander Oregon, that would be great. Anything else?
I kind of just yell, Rufus!
So you're gonna have to probably go into the keep and find him.
I just yell louder as
Yeah.
I'm walking out. Rufus!
He comes out the front door like he's got a one of those cleaning brushes in his hand, and he's like, yes.
We need to make sure that our Sionia and the blacksmith are well taken care of for the next couple days.
You yelled like a banshee for that.
Yes.
You didn't want to walk in there and just say, "Oh, Rufus, could you bring some, or have sent some food and stuff over?"
I have to make sure I keep you on your toes.
I don't want you to keep me on my toes, Commander. I am busy. Just tell me what you need, and I'll do it. You about gave me a stroke.
I kind of give him a hug,
He looks at you. Don't do that.
and then I give him 10 gold.
I don't want your money. I'm paid already. Thank you.
Well, I want to pay you extra. You've done a good-
Then deal through the normal channels. That's most inappropriate.
What do you mean? I'm the commander.
It's inappropriate, sir. You go through the accountant. It's verified. I get my... Just do it through the normal channels, please, sire. I appreciate it.
I like you, Rufus. All right.
Oh, yes. The feeling's mutual.
I will make sure to tell...
Yes, food. I got it. He goes back inside and... God, it's going to be the death of me. All right, so all that done, good. Yes.
As he's leaving, I kind of look at the group and kind of say it loudly, intentionally. I have to make sure to tell Storm how awesome Rufus is, and just kind of listen to see if there's any change in his footsteps.
Make a perception check. Nope.
Ooh, nope. I rolled a 1.
You have no idea. He looks just like he's walking like a human being. And you're pretty sure that he is a human being. A male human being that is very old.
Good to know. Good to know.
Worth a shot.
Rogaris will adjust his headband of intellect and then look at Sionia. Good afternoon, madam. I was wondering if you remembered our conversation from several years ago regarding a blink dog.
She's like, why are you talking like that?
Oh,
Oh, never mind. I see. Great. Yes,
Balron's laughing too.
I've got your puppy ready to be brought, but you were gone for all those years, so that one went away. But I've always had I've had the breeder ready at any time, and so all you need to do is tell me, and it can be here in a day or two.
Excellent. The sooner the better.
All right, I will send word. So probably in 2-3 days, you will have your puppy.
Thank you very much. Good day to you, ma'am.
She just looks at you like, no. And she goes back to her work. And she looks at you over your Valron, and she's like, you let him buy that? Valron, you let him buy that?
I gave up on trying to control what items they want to buy a long time ago. They will always just go around me and find it somehow, trust me.
Didn't think about maybe, speaking up, talking, and saying, maybe... Oh, she just shakes her head. Please work on the shield, my
It would have
friend.
just made him want to buy it more.
She just shakes her head and goes back to her work. Okay, anything else? Anybody else wants to do? Okay. Oh, my damn thing just dropped. Okay. So, you guys go about your daily routines. Things are being made. About that afternoon, a contingent comes in, and it's a couple people on horses. Looks like a messenger. Comes. Anybody that's outside would see this. I don't know where you guys are at with your daily activities. You guys are having a nice little afternoon tea session. Rufus is trying to teach you about the finer qualities of afternoon tea and stuff, because he was horrified at how awful you guys were with Lady Dalecastle. So you guys are in your sunroom, and he's like, now, this is the proper way we drink tea. Notice that I place the cup down, take the spoon, and put it here. And he goes, Master Rogaris, if you would be so kind as to try. So, no.
And the pinky fluey.
You must be elegant. Stand up. Look, you've got half of it on your beard. Let's try this again. Hold the teacup with both hands. Make a dex check for me, please. Just roll. Just roll.
9.
No, that's bad.
Yeah.
You
He's
better than the 2.
you go back to try to drink the tea, and it starts dribbling out again. He's like, "Oh my lord! All right."
Perhaps a specially crafted teacup would be better with my large hands. It's very difficult.
No, you must be able to
Small hands.
adapt when you go somewhere to be elegant. You
Well,
are
yes,
all
Rufus,
captains
but at the same
and
time,
why are you arguing with me, Master Dwarf? Just sit there and don't do anything. He looks over to you.
You should buy him a ring of cup holding.
Is that a real legitimate request, Master? Lady Celestia, let's try with you. He kind of smiles and brightens up. I'm sure you can do this. Try to hold the teacup and place it into your mouth and drink. Dex, check, please.
All right.
Oh, wonderfully done. Outstanding. See, Master Rogaris, it can be done quite effectively. And then he looks over to you. Master Morgrim, if you would be so kind as to do it.
Okay. I reach behind myself into my pack and pull out a straw and go.
No, put that away. I did not say use a straw. Take the teacup into your fingers like I showed you and try to drink.
Okay. This is going to be funny. If I could find my character sheet. There it is. Oh, there we go.
Very good, Master Morgan. He's actually pleased with you. He's like, oh, very, very good. And then he looks over at you, Yuseth. He's like, all right, Master Yuseth. Rogaris has shown us how not to drink tea. If you could be so kind as to take the cup and place it and drink it. You manage to get it there. You don't spill any, but you're kind of like, you know, a little bit. He's like, not
Your
bad.
mustache to get to it.
Not bad. And last but not least, Master Oregon, I'm sure you've got this quite in the bag, as they say. Please take the teacup and bring it up and drink, and then place it like I showed you.
Can I try something with this? Can I do a performance check in order to try and imitate him and narrate while I'm doing it in his voice?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I want to be like, I am taking the teacup and with my fingers and drinking the tea. 25.
He looks at you with this craven look, like, I hate you so much. Well done, Master Oregon. You've done it like I thought. In my voice, mocking me, trying to make you a better lord. I hope you feel good about yourself.
I'm just giggling.
I look at Oregon and say, dude, I was so tempted to say, no, don't drink that. It might be poisoned.
But you see him kind of perk up as someone comes in and whispers something to him. I will be right back. Continue trying to drink the tea and then do that. And Mistress Kata, backstage, she's really into it. She's like, like really trying and stuff. And then he walks off, and then he comes back in. And you see that there's a guy in armor, a purple dragon knight. And he says, Lord Commander Oregon, a message from you, from this gentleman, Knight Pelavon.
Who else is in the room?
You're all
right
in
now?
there. You're all in there trying to learn how to drink
Is
tea.
it just us, or is there anybody else?
No, it's just you, the butler, and him.
Okay, so I turn to the knight. It's like, yes. What message do you have?
He does one of those night things where he bumps his chest and salutes you. He's like, message from you from High Command, Commander Oregon.
Yes.
He hands you the paper, and he's just standing there in attention.
Thank you very much, and I salute him and say dismissed.
All right, he salutes and then he leaves. You open it. It is in the handwriting of the High Commander, and requires you to place your thumb onto the symbol of the House of Oberas, which is the ruling house of Cormyr. Or Obraski, sorry. I can never say that name right. Obar Skyer.
There you go.
God.
Had to untie your tongue there, I see.
I mean, some of these names are ridiculous. Do you do that?
So what is it asking?
You have to place your thumb onto the symbol to identify that you are who you are. It won't open.
I don't do it here.
All right.
I will go to the study.
All right. You guys go to your study with the maps and stuff, and you open it up.
Well, before I go, I say, Rufus, I must excuse myself. Pardon me.
Understood, sir.
And then I he's trying to teach us manners. I gotta be polite. Okay. So I'm going into the study.
All right. You guys all head into the study, and
then I'll put my thumb.
all right. You open it up, and it's a letter from High Commander Jolon, Joolon.
Okay.
You don't know who this is. You've never met him.
Mhm.
And it says, it says, greetings, hell, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? It's like, we have recently had word from our commander, Commander Bryn Talsword in Castle Crag, that the archaeological party sent out with War Wizards Knights and stuff to hold on, I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. To Tilverton has not been heard of, and they've lost all contact with them. You are tasked to go to Tilverton, and you are tasked to find out what happened with them, and to see if you can find him and what is going on there. Make post haste. Deal with anything that you come across there. And then it goes into any supply stuff you are required to bring yourself, blah, blah, blah. Any, amount of personnel you want to bring, it's up to you. But you are asked to investigate what the hell's going on.
Okay.
And they said there was a party of 20 knights, like 2 war wizards, and a small group of learned people that wanted to go to Tilverton.
So it was like an escort?
They were going on an archaeological find. Rolly, if somebody wants to roll that thinks they know what this is for Cormyr, you can. I'll pull up the map for you
What,
guys.
like history or?
Yeah, history.
I'll give it a
Sure, I'll
shot.
try. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know.
My character probably doesn't know either with a 14.
If I
So
had
let's
advantage,
try.
that would have been good.
25.
Nice.
I was gonna say, hold on, I can tell you guys from the other room.
No, you're busy working on the shield. No, Corinth, you're not there. You're working on the shield. Sneaky.
Well, he could tell us over the brooch.
The brooch Corinth goes to this is what you're
No, that's not right.
For what it's worth, I know he just rolled anyways, but Valron would be the first person I go to ask about what
Yeah.
this location is. So.
All right. So, I'm pulling it up now. So you summon Valron over.
Well, Yusuf might know also.
Can
Before
I
we
can I
do that.
DM or would
know.
you like to take over, Finn?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say those that rolled a certain score know this, and the rest of you
Well, no, I'm saying I wouldn't have called Valron over if Yusuf knew.
No, Yusef definitely knows Teals. You kind of know a little bit. You know that Tilverton is
Who's
way.
Teals?
I'm sorry, Celestia. Sorry, you guys have been doing that so much. I'm starting to do it.
I only did it once.
That north of Arabelle, you know that Tilverton is up north. It is a through the history. You know that it was once a thriving community. Very much. It's on the border of the Thunder Peaks between the Stonelands, and it's the pass between them and Sembia. That it was a thriving community. And had a lot of trade. It was a very, very important. It had basically taken over by Khmer, and during the 14th century, around 1357. But did you know that in 1372 was attacked and destroyed by the forces of Thul Tinathar? All that was left was a town that was dark. A giant hole was filled with shadows, and the region was filled with deep darkness. You know that the only thing that's left is the city's high walls, which have kind of crumbled around. It's on a flat plain, so you can see the walls from a ways away. There's some forest nearby and stuff that kind of is overgrown. But this happened almost over 100 years ago, and the area is now known as the Tilverton Scar. And you relay this to the party.
Hmm. So how big
Where am
sorry,
I
go
supposed to be looking on the map? I was just curious.
Yeah, I'll ping it on the map for you. This map doesn't really show it. It has. I'm trying to see if I can find it on the map. This one does not have. Surprisingly, Tilverton under here. It has. Oh yeah, it is Tilverton Scar right here. Well, if I can. And there it is. Right here is where it's at.
Oh wow, it's far inland. Okay.
Okay, and where are we again? Trying to find everything.
You are. Where are you guys at? You're south there in Arabelle.
Oh, okay. So it's just a straight shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know it's about 3 days journey from here, on horse to there.
Okay. And how big did you say the initial archaeological group was with the soldiers and everything?
25 purple dragon knights, couple war wizards, archaeological group that went there. Learned people to kind of ascertain. It's been through its history that it's been left alone. No one's really tried to do anything with it. The town's never come back because there's too much bad stuff around there. Up north too in the open lands of the Shadowland into Symbian stuff, that a lot of nasty stuff's up there. Goblins, orcs, human, groups. The more barbarian range nomads that go more into the Netherese up to the northeast. But because of the mountains, there's a lot of stuff. That there's some dragons up in the mountains there. You've got the mountains to the south of it and the mountains to the north. But no sightings of any kind of dragon stuff. It's a possibility. It's been left alone and nobody really goes around near that area because they don't know what happened. A lot of weird stuff goes on there. That it's heavily, that area also is heavy knoll country, big time. And knolls are not something you want to fart around with. But with the recent excursions with the wars and stuff, they've cleared out pretty much a lot of the riffraff out of that area. And Cormyr, it looks like, from what you gather from just looking at it, they were looking to see maybe if they can make the settlement work again. So they're going back to see if they can investigate maybe what was going on there. You don't know for sure, but at least get a sense if it could be salvaged, because you can see on the map there, it's an important trade between the north and the south here in Cormyr. They have to go around that to do anything. So if they could, do something with it, that's why they went there.
Quick question: how many guys do we have at our fort?
40.
Yeah,
50.
50 knights, and you've got a guard contingent that guards the compound that you guys are in.
Yeah, I was going to head first to Valron to let him know. I think everyone here has...
Well, no, Valron's there. You summoned him. You told me that because he rolled his history. You would have brought him over, and so...
Okay. So, what do you think?
You guys are all in the room.
Yeah. What do you think? I know we have stuff waiting. It's kind of suspicious. Morngrim, I think we can talk to Lehan and Jiran and see how many of the...
I'm gonna bring some of our troops with us.
Yep. Ask Lehan and Jiran how many he thinks we can spare, because I know we've grown a little bit and he's been wanting people, so let's make sure that we leave him what he needs.
He says he can spare 5 Dragon Knights right now. There's a lot of them on patrols and stuff in the area because we are tasked with this, so he can spare 5 Purple Dragons, level 8 Dragon Knights. So...
Okay. And then, Valron, anything else you might know about this place as we head into it? Like what may have caused this? What they might be looking for in terms of an archaeological thing?
Roll an intelligence check, Valron.
Okay.
Yeah, this is intelligence because you're trying to ascertain from the history what do you think they're looking for or what they're trying to do. Hard to say. Your guess is that that they're just trying to maybe reopen the town again. You know that the war pretty much is over against Symbia, and there's no threat from the Netherese anymore because of that great war that happened as
Yeah, I
well.
was gonna say,
There's nothing really,
the Nether is pretty much destroyed.
and
so
that's gone. So to get trade started with the Delans, maybe they would see what's there, figure if anything can be done. You don't know.
do I know who the Netherese usually worship? My character.
The Netherese did not work. They weren't more of a people. They worshipped magic, and
Yeah, they were Shar because they had the shadow.
right. They
So
were
that's
into.
what-
They were
that's all I
into.
would-
They were even some evil crap. So you get a sense
Yeah, I
that.
would just say that we could be facing potentially a big threat because they are.
But they're gone. The Netherese are gone. So that that you don't know. Other than what was. The one name that does kind of tickle your fancy is that when you mentioned Thultan Thar, that's the Shade Enclave. It was the Shade,
Yeah.
but it's gone. So
Elminster kills him.
yeah, so that is no longer a threat. But
What they did to Tilverton could be bad, is what you're saying. I think.
yeah, I mean.
Something's
That's
wrong.
why it's been like a quarantined area for at least a long time. So, but no one's gone to investigate it to see if there's any kind of, what the deal is. So this could be the first party of, checking this out in your memory ever.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that it could easily have something to do with Shar, so we should be prepared for undead or something similar to what Shar usually brings along with her. That's the only thing that I can, off the top of my head, come up with.
I am going to go talk with my contact and see what they know about up there, because I'm sure somebody's been through up there that could give us up-to-date intel on what's going on.
Actually, you think that the contact that you have is not going to have any information on that. They mainly deal with Tilverton is not something that ever is. You're familiar with this area, I'll tell you that enough that that Tilverton is one of those stories of legend, Morgan, that that nobody knows anything about Tilverton other than it was destroyed. No one's been there. No one goes there that you know of because of what was done. It was a huge city that was basically wiped off the face of the earth, and there's a big giant hole crater that was left behind. All that was left was the city walls that are, from a distance you can see have crumbled and stuff. The forest has kind of started surrounding it again, but there's stories of strange things happening there, but Cormyr, the government, and the Knights have mainly been fighting up north to keep that clear from all those other stuff, because there is a lot of goblin raids and orcs and things of that nature. So there's a lot of patrolling that goes on up there from Castle Crag.
Okay. Do we have 2 days to wait?
It didn't give you a timeline. It just says you have to investigate.
Oh no, I'm asking the team. Do we have 2 days to wait? I know Morngrim, you have stuff with your weapons. I have my stuff as well.
We should be prepared before we go there, since it's got so much unknowns. We should be at our height before we attempt it.
Agreed. Okay.
Sounds dangerous enough, yeah.
So
Let's say during the days, I can see if I can go on a flight and see if I can scout ahead and bring back information.
be careful if you do that. We don't know what's in the area.
Well, let's cross
One
that bridge when we get there.
single common bird of the area shouldn't
Okay.
be too much of an issue.
Okay. It's 3 days away though, so I don't know how quickly you're going to be able to even get there. I don't know how.
Where's Kata?
She's off somewhere, doing her things. She's
She
not.
could go. She could
she's-
go check it out.
Because I can even go. I could go windwalk speed at freaking 300 feet movement. I can get places fast. I can get all of us there in half a day.
Okay. I'll leave it to you. Let's reconvene in 48 hours. That should give enough time for everything, and we will then proceed up there.
Okay.
Valron, do you think there might be anything at Candlekeep that's worth looking at with regards to Tilverton?
Everything in Candlekeep is worth looking into.
Okay.
It's like the hub of knowledge pretty much in this area of the realm.
I will.
Candlekeep is weeks away.
It's not. Remember, that's my teleportation circle.
Oh, that is your teleportation circle. You also know, Finn, that to go to Candlekeep, that you need some sort of book knowledge that you have to trade to go to Candlekeep to research there. You have to give trade. They don't care about money. It's not a consideration. They want some kind of tome knowledge that you share with them. It could be anything, but it has to be worth 1,000 gold.
I thought we saved the monk and we had access to there.
Oh, you do? Okay, never mind. I forgot about that. So, yes. That was years ago.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying you may need a backup.
Okay.
Yeah, understood. I just popped into Valron and said, wait, what about that monk 3 years ago?
Okay. So before I go and try to do whatever I can to investigate, and I'll ask whoever wants to kind of come along. We need to try and research what we can about Tilverton in the next 2 days, while the rest of them. Celestra is going to try and do some scouting. Morngrim, I guess it's worth a shot to see if you can find anything with your sources.
What I'll do is, while you guys are prepping, I'll be getting the soldiers ready to rock and roll. I'm
Okay.
going to cherry pick them. I want guys that aren't going to run away.
Oh, these
So-
are Dragon Knights. They are not going to run away. You already know that. These guys are trained to not run away.
McCarvin is with us, right?
Yeah, McCarvin's just chilling. He's
Okay.
just doing his thing.
McCarvin, do you think you could reach out to Arklap and just see if there's anything he knows about Tilverton with regards to...
I mean, I can, but I mean, you can reach out to him too. He's your friend as well.
Well, I'm going to go to Candlekeep to look for information.
All right. I'd be careful. Those monks there are kind of odd.
You may want to take McCarvin with you to Candlekeep.
Oh, no. I'm not going there. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
We have
He's like, I have been there before. Let me say, I didn't. No.
I'm probably going to regret
and I'm
saying
not sure
this.
that I should go either because I don't know if I'd want to leave right away.
Oh yeah, you with all those books there, you pee your pants.
Yeah, I'd probably want to stay. Sorry, so I'll probably say look for these things and then maybe.
I need your help, though, Valron, in order to get our shields and weapons and everything done in time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on.
And I'm going to regret saying this. We have the super smart Rogaris that can come with us to Candlekeep. I am sure he will enjoy all the books now.
I would ordinarily. It's just that as long as they're written in Common or Dwarvish.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find that.
Oh, excellent. Then yes, of course, I will accompany you.
Okay. And all right, Yusuf, do you want to come with the Candlekeep?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So Morngrim, Valron, and Celestra are doing stuff from here, and then and McCarvin also, and then Oregon, Yusuf, and Rogaris are heading to
Yep.
Candlekeep.
When they get ready to leave, I'm going to let them know, come back in a day.
That's the plan.
To be on the safe side, the sooner we get there and get this done, the better.
Yep. And before we go, I'm going to go talk to Lehan and Juron and try to see where we have kind of our stash of things that we have found on our adventures, and I'm going to try to find some books to take with me just in case they need any kind of payment.
All right. So who's doing what?
Celestra is scouting, right, with the bird, and I think Kata's going to be with Celestra. So,
Kato does not want to fly in any kind of form, in dragon form or anything.
Okay.
So she's like, sorry, Uncle, we're going, but...
Oh, no,
yeah.
I'm leaving whatever Kata does to Celestra is what I'm saying. I'm not saying...
okay, so she looks at Celestia, she's like, I'm sorry, Aunt Celestia, but I'm not flying around that area. Too many dragons and stuff.
Not a problem. I mean,
Okay.
I can make you into any animal shape if you want.
Oh, well, in that case, fine.
Yeah, I keep that spell prepared.
Okay.
Okay, so they're doing that. Morngrim is going to be training the troops. McCarvin is going to be helping get any information Arklak may have about Toverton, in case he knows anything. Then, who's the other one staying behind? Valron is helping to do the
He's working on the
enchantments.
enchantments and stuff.
Yep. And then, so myself, Rogaris, and Yusuf are heading to Candlekeep to research Toverton.
Okay. So, Celestia, you and Kata transform. You fly there, right? Takes you about half the day soaring high. I'm assuming you're some kind of like an eagle or a hawk that can fly that distance. And
Yeah, high speed hawk type of.
Yeah. So you're able to fly there pretty quickly. It's weird. Make a perception check. All right. When you guys are flying over, you do a couple of passes.
Nice roll.
But it's still weird. You can make out this outside wall structures, but barely. There seems to be like this black haze, magical kind of thing that around the area that makes it almost hard to ascertain what's really below it. The only way you can make out the walls is because walls of that size, they kind of in and out of the haze because of how high they are. You can make out that they are very much crumbled, but you cannot. Anything outside the cloud that kind of hangs over this area, you're able to see, like, because you've got that vision. You're like, oh, there's a mouse, and it's eating an acorn. But when you try to fly over and look and peer into this, you're not really able to see anything. It's like your vision just cannot penetrate the fog.
It's a magic.
Roll Arcana. You get a sense that whatever happened here, this revenant is something that has to do with it, but it is magically preventing you from being able to see in. It's like a darkness spell. Like you think you see a shape, but you can't be for sure. Maybe you see a person, you don't know. It's too obscure, and you can't really make out because it's constantly swirling and moving. But it's weird. It only stays in a certain area. You do see that there's little patches outside of it here and there, but it's centralized at that location. As you fly more around in a circle in a red perimeter, you see little patches here and there of this that's kind of spread a little bit, but those kind of come in and out. So they pair and then they disappear and stuff. So it's a little
like
baffling.
Golden City.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then you were able to fly back that day, and you can report in that night because you guys were able to travel that distance.
Yeah.
It's for a horse it take a couple days, but as a hawk you're like bzzoom, bzzoom. So, but that's all you can ascertain from it. All right, who was doing something else before we get to Candlekeep? Rogaris, you're just training the troops, you said?
No, I was just going to Candlekeep.
Yeah,
you're
Morngrim
going
is training the troops.
Morgan's
Yusuf,
training.
Rogaris, and myself.
All right, yeah. So you and McGarvin out there just training the guys and stuff. Okay.
McCarvin is checking with Arklak.
He is. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm just being okay.
But he's still going to help. It doesn't take him. Valron, you're working on the shield. I need you first to make an Arcana check. Yeah, I'm not having 25. Good lord! All right, yeah, you know what you're doing. You're getting the runes in. Just make a dex check for me, please.
Check or
Just
save?
No, not a save. Just a check.
Okay, I'll just make sure.
Oh no! Is that one?
Yeah, that's a one.
Oh, no.
Technically, I do. Since what you just gave me, I do have advantage, but I don't know if it
Not
applies.
really, because for some reason
The handle is awesome.
you know exactly what you're doing, but this shield, you're having the biggest problems, and actually, what's her name has to come over and help you get back on track. Make another dex check for me. There you go. So it takes you a long time. You're up late at night working on this because it's been a while. You haven't done this a lot, and so it takes you a long time to get into it. Luckily, you were able to correct with her help there. What you were doing, so you're able to get a lot of the inscribing and stuff done. So it was throwing you off a little bit. You weren't sure, but yeah, you are going to be able to finish this shield before you guys head out, and it will be +1.
Cool.
All right, Candlekeep. Who's going? It's Oregon.
Yusith and Rogaris.
Yusith, Rogaris. So you guys teleport. When you teleport in, and let me change some stuff here real quick. And if it'll let me. It's not going to let me. Alright, I'm going to have to do this the other way. Second. Alright, let's move the players there. Just so you guys have some kind of visual representation. There's not a lot of pictures of Candlekeep, so I got the closest thing, but it's not really how you would describe it. I just wanted to give you something that's near the sea overlooking something. There's a lot of gang things on it, but it looks ridiculous. Actually, you know what? I actually have a map.
You know what? That reminds me of, you're a wizard, Harry.
Said,
Yeah, I was thinking of Last Unicorn.
Said Captain Picard.
Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, we'll just stick with that. It just gives you a sense. I'll try to find a better map of Candlekeep, but there's not a lot of great stuff on it. Let me change this so people can see it.
Hogwarts. I mean,
Yeah, that almost looks like Castle Strahd from Ravenloft.
No, that's nowhere close to what Castle Strahd looks like. Trust me. When you see a picture of that place, you're like, that's not right.
The house I'm going to buy with only 200 trillion word down payment.
Yeah, there you go. You'll finish that off never. So, you guys vamp in. When you do, with your teleportation. There we go. We should be back now. Sorry about that. There we go. Something went weird. OBS, for some reason, just went like, nope. Alright, let me get back here. Interact. Pull this back up. Launch game. Give me a sec. I have to restart everything. Creamy.
All right. Looks like we are back up and running.
Yeah, we are. Something just weird with OBS.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to load up the image. There we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so you guys, he takes you through this library. I mean, Valron, all you guys, you've never seen just...
There's only 3 of us here.
I know, but all 3 of you notice this sheer amount of books as you walk in is just redonkulous. This is like everywhere you look, stairways, pathways, books, shelves. You see people moving about and stuff like that. And you're taken up to the center, and then you go winding up the stairway that leads you all the way to the top of it. And then the man dresses you in, says, the person you will be speaking to is, give me a second, is the Keeper of the Tomes.
Okay.
And he just bows and points in the direction, and then you open the door, and inside is his office, books everywhere, very nice office and stuff, but simple. You know, there's nothing ornate about it. And you see a guy in a golden kind of robe with the symbol of denier on there. Older looking man with a receding hairline, salt and pepper hair and stuff. But it looks like he's in his 60s. Still put together well. And he greets you. He's like, "Hello there. Well, I've been informed that you are here under..." He's like, "Wait, who are you here for?"
I'm here on work from the Purple Dragon Knights.
Ah, and you mentioned one of our monks?
Leosin.
Leosin, yes, I remember now. It took us a while once the message was sent to me, but there is a message here from 3 years ago from Leosin, well, 3.5 years ago from Leosin, saying that you did a great service for us, and for that you have free access to the library, so you have full access for this visit. So
Thank you.
whatever you need. My first reader, Telthoril, and this elven woman comes in, will be able to assist you with whatever you need to look for. And she bows to you. Elven woman with blonde hair, green eyes, wearing robes as well. And she's also wearing the symbol of Denier. And she greets you, all three of you. And she's like, "Yes, so what is it that I may help you with?"
We are looking for information about Tilverton and the Tilverton Scar.
Cormyr it is. And she takes you, she grabs a candle. It's very dark inside here, so she grabs one of these magical light orbs, and she leads you out. You guys go back downstairs, and then you go back into this giant, just huge, it's ridiculous how much stuff in there. And then she takes you up to the side, up some stairs, around, go down a hallway, go up there. She takes you to a desk. She says, "Stay here." And then she's like, "All right, this will be your station. If you need anything, there's, all you have to do is ask one of the monks here. They're always walking around. Couple rules. Whatever you read here stays here. Do not try to steal anything here. Let's just say there's an undead spirit of a dragon that will kill you on sight if you try to leave with something."
Understood.
We respect everybody that wants to learn anything. There's no fighting allowed here. There is no anything. I don't care if you see a demon walking around these halls. You don't attack it. It's here. We are all neutral. Understood?
Understood. Understood.
No stealing, no fighting, no shenanigans.
Are we allowed to take notes?
Yes, you are allowed to take notes on anything that you read or want to take notes on. So anything you want to research while you're here, you're able to research. We do not provide accommodations. So if you have to stay overnight, you're here as long as you're here. You want to go outside and sleep outside, you can, but we do not provide rooms here. Anything else? Good. Let's begin our research. What is it you are looking for?
I would like to know what is currently inhabiting Tilverton, what their weaknesses are, what we can use to protect ourselves. Basically anything and everything.
She goes back, and then she comes back with about 4 giant tomes about yay big on the history of Cormyr, and she just slams them down. Dust goes everywhere. She's like, "Good luck. Anything else you want to research while you're here?" Any subject is up. Tell me what it is. You guys can begin your research here, and I will...
Pardon
Do we
my...
know? Do we know anything about the 10? That may not be a bad idea to start researching them.
She gives you a raised eyebrow. The 10.
Do we remember the names of any of them at least?
Hold on, let me find it really quick. We know the name of 2 of them. Find it in my notes.
Well, you're probably only gonna have enough time to research the scar, anyways.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but even if we at least know that they have information on them, we can.
Isha and Kandi.
I would really have a alarm going off in your guys' head to not discuss them if possible?
Not really. Corinth, you know that Candlekeep has everything. Necromancy, everything you could possibly imagine in here. So, if you want to research the 10, you can. If you want to divide and conquer.
I have something else I want. I don't know if Rogaris is going to mention it, but I'm not. I'm actually going to ask, do you have any wizard spell books?
No.
Oh.
We have books about magic, about the components of magic, the different schools, as much as you want to know, the history of it. We don't do spell stuff here.
Oh, so no scrolls or anything like that?
No scrolls like that. There's all kinds of books here about incantations, things of that nature, but there's no actual spells that you can learn. Well, there's spells you can learn, but it just tells you what you need for rituals and things of that nature, but it's not going to teach you how to... It's not going to be able to give you a fireball, if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, if you do have any books on Isha or Kandi,
Isha
or any information
and
along
Conde, I will look, but I will look for the 10. She kind of writes it down, and she's like, okay. Anything else?
While we're at it then, the Sword of Light and Dark.
Some heavy subjects you're asking me to bring.
and enchanted warhammers.
No.
Well,
You guys only
there's
have a
one-
day to research.
Yeah, we need to focus on Tilverton. Actually, scratch all of that. Rogaris, we need to get through Tilverton now.
You guys didn't buy a ring of speed reading.
We have 24 hours and we have 4 giant tomes. 3 of us. We need to get
Just
through these
saying.
now.
All right. So you guys got those books there. She goes back and then she does bring you some books that relate to some information about the 10, but she doesn't bring you anything else.
Yeah, I'm just reading the stuff about Tilverton. So, information I'm looking for, inhabitants, what's happened to it since all of the fighting, what's the current state, that kind of stuff.
All right.
Try to figure out what
So there's not a lot. All right. So you know that it's in the strategic. You get a book that says they get located at the strategic mount of Tilver's Gap. Between the Thunder Peaks and Deathmark Mountains, Tilverton stood at the T intersection where the North Road met the Moonseed Ride. These roads led from the town to Arabelle via the Moonseed Ride and Shadowdale via the North Ride. You know that it had once belonged to the Netherese Empire. It was a town on the outskirts between Cormyr and the Netherese. Not much known is written about Tilverton at all, other than it was part of the Empire. And once the Empire fell, it kind of became an independent kind of little city and stuff. You know that it had a famous street called the Street of Sorcerers, which was a wide street inside Tilverton's East Gate on the Moonseed Ride. It turned south in a wide S shape, and from there went up the Tilver Stairs inside the Old Town, and then looped around down to the Market Stairs, which stopped in the market. You also learn about Forms Lane was a small dead-end street near the Flagon Held High, a famous inn there. And was part also the Street of the Sorcerers in Tilverton's Old Town. You know that it was a high trade city because it was perfectly placed between the Netherese, the Dales, and Cormyr. And it was like that until 1357. By then it had over time it had come under complete Cormyrian occupation. In 1367, the rogues of Tiverton, there's a note about them and some of their exploits, drove the agents of both of the Centarum and the Dragon Cult out of Tilverton to establish itself as an outlaws force that could be reckoned with. Even the Fire Knives, which you've heard from Morgrim, was repelled. You know that their main trade was animal pelts, magic items, all kinds of stuff. They did a lot of business here. It was a big hubbub of trade and information. You do know that on Myrtle 27, 1372 DR, Tilverton was destroyed when it was attacked by the forces of Thalton Thar. The Netherese were trying to make this is the incursion into Cormyr by the Netherese. This gets into a whole bunch of other stuff. You do see some reports from some people that have looked on the outside in that there is a black magical kind of fog that covers the area um, that no one can see in there. From what they've seen from above, when they've been able to magically scry, they can't magically scry in, but what they can see from above is that there's a concave space filled with shadows, and it's fitting. It happens around the region of deeper darkness. So there's reports of darkness coming and going outside of the main area. There's nothing left. It's nothing. It's just it was completely destroyed and desolate. They do not know what happened. You know that it's on a flat plain for where it once stood, surrounded by the mountains and everything. You know that the city walls were extremely huge because it had become a seat of wealth and power. But by 1479, any excursions at that point had been given up on, and it had just simply been known as the Tilverton Scar. People use roadways around Tilverton. They don't. No one's approached. There have been no reports of any kind of group that's gone there that's been reported back. You see some reports of some groups going there and never being seen again. But there's been no reports of anything that's left in the center other than it's a big hole surrounded by shadows. And the only thing that you can see left is just the walls. Wiped clean off the face of the planet like the hand of God.
Okay.
You do see that one mage had written a small entry into one of the books that a very strong sense of the shadow weave and demonic energy was associated with the darkness associated with this. There have been reports of seeing strange things happening to anybody that goes near it. A sense of losing themselves as they got closer, but only certain creatures, more like anything with orcs, gnolls, goblins. One of the reasons why you know that there's a report that from Cormyr that the area around it had been cleared because there had been instances in the past where mad, crazed orcs or goblins would go near the place and then come out and just start murdering everything in sight that they had to put down. And that's all you can find.
Okay. And how long does it take me to find?
It takes you about half. It takes you about half a day. She's brought you the books, and this is from all the readings that you're able to go through because it's not just you had to research in the books to find this information because it's just about Cormyr and the region itself. But to find stuff on Tilverton, that's all you can find.
And is that just one of the tomes?
No, that's through the four that she brought you. You guys are able to piece this together.
Okay.
Different reports here and there, pieces here and there. So you guys are able to ascertain from just researching through the books. You're flipping through, looking, and finding, okay, this is a little piece here, there's a little piece there, this guy said this has been reported, and you guys are able to piece everything that I put together there.
So that only took about a half day?
Yeah, you still have half a day.
Okay, Rogaris will tear into the information she brought us about Isha and Kandi.
Nothing about the name specifically. Everything that you have in front of you is religiously based two books. One about the Abyss, and one about just simply labeled the 10. No author. The Abyss gets into the Blood War, the different stories of the 10. The origins of the Abyss. There's a couple origin stories. One is that one theory is that the Abyss was the shard of evil that was placed there, caused the Abyss to be created, that the demons overthrew their masters, that the shard is from another realm, that Asmodeus actually broke off a piece in the very bottom depths of the Abyss and took it, and that's what caused the Blood War. The other thing is that the abyss is just alive. No one knows what created the abyss. There's just stories about it, right? But the blood war between the devils, the demons, and the angels has been going on since time began. So that kind of gives you into the abyss itself, and then it ties you into what there is about the 10. It says the 10 are a group of individuals beyond powerful, ranked from 1 to 10. They travel in groups of 2, always 2. No more than 2, no less than 2. They will work in unison together, but they're always in groups of 2.
Always 2 there are.
Well, yeah,
More.
but there's
Yes.
10 in total, and they operate in pairs. It is believed that the 10 throughout the history of the world have led to the downfall of nations, and create chaos wherever they go. You don't find but a simple passage about that they follow Eb. No one really knows who Eb is. It is believed that Eb, in this book, the author has a hypothesis that she is the sister of Ao. You know that Ao is the Lord God of all beings. There's a hierarchy of the gods, and Ao is the supreme god. That basically, in the time of troubles, came down and stripped the gods of their power and put them on the planet because they were up to their shenanigans and stuff. That he's that powerful, and that there's something related between Eb and Ao. He hypothesized that they. It says that Lord Ao created the universe. This author, he doesn't give his name, just says that he believes that Eb was a part of it. He believes that Eb is responsible for the abyss. For as Lord Ao is lawfulness and order, she is his exact opposite, that she is chaos and destruction. And that she has imbued these 10, that no one really knows who they are, with the task of doing her bidding, to create as much chaos in the world as possible, but you don't know what the end goal is.
Has it always been the same 10, or
It doesn't
have there
say.
been replacements?
You do some more research, and you see that the 10 have been called. Some have been named. They don't have names for them per se. There's not a lot written about who the 10 specifically were. There is a lot of sightings of the same individuals representing the 10. You get a sighting of a death knight and a wizard made of fire that has been seen in the south doing things. You get a message of 2 twins that are known to be ruthless and cunning, not much known as that. You do get a sense that from the reports, he takes everything. You see all these little transcripts of reports of, stories about the 10, right? Nothing that's concrete. They are exceptionally powerful. They carry exceptionally powerful artifacts. And a lot of the problems that you see, big events through this history, there's like a history timeline you see, and you see little notes in this book that say possible 10 responsibility on each side, with what happened, stuff like that. There's actually a report about Cormyr that the great goblin and dragon invasion that happened 150 years ago in Cormyr was possibly due to from 2 members of the 10. But it seems like every time there's a catastrophe, that a lot of times you see the 10 somehow associated with it. But there's no concrete proof. They work in the shadows. They don't work directly. And it has been reported that if the 10 are sighted doing something, no one really survives to tell the tale. It's through happenstance. Some survivor that they miss or something tells a story of some awful beings that came in, doing what they do and destroying whatever they wanted to destroy for no rhyme or reason.
Is there any record or mention of any times where they've been defeated or thwarted?
No. That's not to say that they haven't. It just says that there's no record of it.
Is there anything on Morony Shars?
Of who?
Where did I write
The
it down?
Shar.
Yeah, the Shar.
You mean the goddess?
Originated the Shar of evil caused.
Yep.
Just in general on
Yeah,
on
Shar
Shars.
is the twin sister, or the sister of Seluna. You kind of know this. Um, in the beginning, Io created the universe. From that, two beings, Seluna and Shar. This is the mythological creation story of Toril. That Seluna and Shar came forward in unison. Shar wanted nothing but their viewpoints was, Seluna was night and light and good, and Shar was just her exact opposite, Eve, darkness. Right? She wanted to dominate. Toril was created from that. Shantia was created. She wanted a source of light so she could grow things and beg. Shar was against it. She wanted to keep the world in perpetual darkness. And Seluna was different. And what Seluna did is she reached into the plane of fire, grabbed a bunch of it, threw it into the air, and created the sun. This caused a great war, a great battle and war between the two. In the battle, they both injured each other, and the weave was created. From the weave, Mishra came forward, and then it gets into, from that point on, the weave is something Shar has always wanted. She created the shadow weave. She is responsible for the Netherese. They worshipped Shar as a big follower. Shar has a huge presence on Toril. Her goal is basically domination. She wants control of the weave. She hasn't been able to do it because of the efforts of her sister and of Mystra and other gods. And that she created the shadow weave as a counteraction to the weave itself. And that the Netherese use a lot of that magic after all their stuff that happened. But yeah, she's a big part of who the Netherese were.
Since these 10 are followers of Shar,
They're not followers of Shar.
they're not? I
They're-
thought they were.
They are
Possibly
exact.
followers of Ebb, but not
They're
Shar.
Okay,
yeah,
Ebb.
Ebb is a totally different thing. It is rumored, and since you're looking up Shar, you find some stuff that it is rumored from this person that Seluna, as Ao is the father of Seluna and Shar, Ebb is the mother.
Okay. So the opposite of Ebb is Ao?
Yep.
Is there anything about followers or chosen of Ao?
Yes, there's priests and stuff. They basically follow his will. It's basically to keep order in the planes. There's a couple sites and stuff like that, but yeah, not many people. There's high clerics and stuff. It's they follow to keep the balance of the world and stuff. Their whole purpose is to make sure that things are going the way they're supposed to. Anybody that farts around with that, their job is to investigate and make sure it doesn't happen.
Has Ao ever had a group of chosen such as the 10 are for Ebb?
No. You get a sense from what you read on little notes on AO as you're researching that AO does not directly interact with the planes. He's only interacted once in the time of troubles, and that's it. Not much is known about him, that he is just the all father of all gods. They must, no matter how great a god is, Bahamut, all the greater gods, they bow to him. They are no match for him.
Is there a specific temple or order dedicated just to Ao?
You'd have to research more onto that, but you do
We're
know
probably
that,
already a day at this point, right?
yeah, you'd have to go.
Gotta be close, yeah.
So that's about what you find. Ebb is it's believed Ebb is Ao's sister. She is the opposite of him. Possibly created the abyss. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to read more about, but but that's what
Okay.
you guys are able to ascertain through all your. You guys that you're reading through books and stuff, and going through all these pamphlets and papers and stuff like that, and you're piecing this stuff together as you go through look for it. I'm not making you roll because you're actually taking a whole day, so you're able to. This is stuff that you're able to find through your searching.
I'm
cool.
going to ask her. Is there? I don't want to be disrespectful, so is there a place where I may cast a spell in order for me and my party to return home?
Yeah, just use the portal. You came in one way, right, and go out the other.
Oh, I know, but I didn't want to cast anything without.
Can't cast magic in here, but you can go to the portal if you want to get back home.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all of your help.
All right. So you guys go, and it was night when you left, and when you go back outside, it's night again.
Okay. And I immediately go to Valron and tell him everything that we found.
Well, he was there with you guys, so.
No, Valron was working on the.
Valron was back working on the
Oh,
shield.
yeah, that's right. So yeah, okay. So you guys teleport back, and then you go find Valron, who is
working on the enchantments and everything.
Yes.
And I tell him about everything, specifically though, the black magical fog with the shadows that are coming out, and trying to figure out what exactly that is or what we can do about it. I don't know if Celestra and Kata have come back before. So.
Yeah, you're all back again. Let's say it's like 9:00 at night the second day,
Okay.
and you guys have all kind of reconvened. McCarvin tells you that Arklath knows nothing, other than there was an expedition sent that he was able to find out about, but that's it. They don't have any information on Tilverton. It's been left alone because no one's ever wanted to approach it, really. I mean, there's been some knuckleheads that have gone in there, but no one ever heard from them again.
Okay. So then I ask Valron about the black fog, the shadows, what it may be, what we need to do in order to prepare.
Based upon just my initial thoughts on what you're saying with Shar and shadows and what's happening with the town, it sounds like the crack may have something to do with the Shadowfell. That it may be leaking in to this plane somehow. It might be there may be a breach or something. We may have to close to the Shadowfell. I'm not positive. That's just my first guess based on what you're saying.
If that's the case, what do we need in order to close it?
That I'm not positive. I would turn to the lady elf and say I'm sure there are things that we could do to maybe negate it if we can't close it. I can start looking that up now, DM, if you want me to make any rolls or anything like that. But that's just in general how I would start.
Make an Arcana history check. Yeah, make an Arcana history check. Yeah, you know that this seems like the Netherese used weapons to wipe out things. This seems like the side effect of that, magic gone awry, especially during that time period with the time of troubles with the spell plague and things of that nature. So This could just be the after effects, lingering after effects from there. You don't think it's an actual crevice or anything releasing stuff, because you know that any kind of taint from the Shadowfell or anywhere else would start spreading rapidly. But you do know that from based on what you see, that there's a lot of negative, dark energy that was just from the notes they tell you with the shadow, demonic energy. You know, the shadow weave. You know, it's you know, the Netherese were notorious for taking their citadel over, launching a big attack like that, and wiping out everything.
Yeah, and they would drain magic as well.
Yeah,
and what's left is the good guy's bard rolled 1 and left a crater.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But
I mean, it would probably what I'm assuming would still be applicable. I would imagine that's the best that I can come up with, especially with the mention of Shar, is that we're going to need something to cancel possibly Shadowfell magic or dispel Shadowfell magic. I may be able to do it with some of my powers, but it would tax me significantly.
Do we have some warcasters in our garrison?
No.
We don't.
Nope.
My one
Talk to them
follower
about
guy, what's his name? Armin. He's a warcaster, but he's like probably level 6 or something now.
He's
Yeah,
small
he's
level.
just
not-
my apprentice. Yeah.
he is nowhere near.
Right. No, I know. I was
Yeah.
just saying that's what we did. We did create him like that, but just for the heck of it. But yeah, no, I'm sure. Is I mean, other than having to reach out to someone too high, is there any place I would know that in this area, or someone that might know more about Shar that we could approach?
Not in this area. Shar's forbidden in Cormyr.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sometimes they have shrines just to like ward her off in like the opposite way,
Yeah,
So that's what
not
I was
really.
thinking, maybe.
No, from your experience, followers of Shar are secretive. They're not out in the open.
Yeah, definitely.
Certain kingdoms do have temples of Shar and things of that nature, but it's more, and that's a lot with your evil gods, demon lords, devils, things of that nature. It's not openly expressed. There are nations that are evil, like Thay. You can go throw a stone and find a temple Shar somewhere, right? But your good realms, it's on the down low, and they don't really protect because it's always on the down low. And so the fights that happen between those kind of factions, like the Harpers and Turum, followers of Shar, anything like along those lines, is done in the background. It's never out in the open.
Well, then it sounds like we're not really gonna know much more than what we already do, unfortunately.
Yep.
Well,
We're gonna have to find out when we get there.
Yeah, that's what it
well,
sounds
I can check in the morning. Maybe Belle and Bella may have something that helps us against Shadowfell magic.
It's just necromantic magic. The Shadow Weave is very much like tapping into just spells. It's just a tap. Like the Weave gives you access just to cast any spell. The Shadow Weave does the same. It just gives you certain abilities and stuff that is more necromantic in nature, more offensive in nature, negative. It's kind of like in Star Wars, the light side and the dark side of the Force. So you can tap into it, but there's side effects and consequences for both. If you use too much, it has consequences on you, but it just gives you certain abilities and advantages. You know that the Netherese became Shades because of their work with this and what happened to them. So they were known as the Shade Army because of this.
Okay.
DM would casting legend lore on Tilverton help?
No.
I recommend you guys get a good night's sleep because we got a long ride ahead of us.
So you guys are sitting there eating your food. You're discussing this stuff, right? Rufus is serving, and then you hear a little bit of a, there's always commotion outside. Caravans are coming and stuff like that, and then you guys are eating. You guys are having your joyful little conversations you do, discussing this and stuff, and then Rufus comes in to you, Lord Aragon, and he looks a little nervous. And he comes over to you, and he bows down to your ear. He's like, "My lord," and this is the first time he's never ever been like smart-ass Rufus with you. He's like, "There is a lady here to see you in the entertaining room, sir. A high noble of Cormyr."
Oh, great! Here's the first lady we did a job for.
Okay. Thank you. And I look at everyone. Let's go.
No, sir. She says she will only speak to you.
Oh. Okay. Please make sure that you tell the others about her presence. I will go to the entertainment room.
Are we all there in the room with you when he comes and says this?
He's whispering it to his ear. You guys don't hear this.
Yeah, I tell him, please let them know once I have left the room of where I've gone. Okay?
Can I get a perception to hear any of it?
You can try. Rufus is not the most adept at. He does have his hand over his mouth, so it's going to be hard. No, you're not able to tell really, Corinth, what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
So you guys see Rufus and Oregon. Rufus stays, Oregon leaves, and um, Oregon goes, and Rufus is like, ladies and gentlemen, there's a high lady of the realm here that Lord Oregon is going to entertain. Please keep it down and mind your Master Rogaris, I told you to use a spoon when drinking out of the soup bowl. Ugh. But we must be on our best behavior. So if you do need to move around, to avoid the entertainment room while he's conducting business, thank you. And then he goes about serving you guys dinner.
Okay.
All right. You go into the room. You open it up, and when you do, there is Lady Egaith sitting there with you. She stands up and it's like, well, it's been a long time, my friend.
Yes, it has, lady. And I kind of bow to her.
And she bows back. Well, Lord Commander, you certainly have come up in the world.
It took some time, but yes. And how have you been doing?
I'm doing fine. You see Rufus come walking in, and he's got wine for both of you, and he places it there and does not look at her, just brings it down, doesn't look at you. He's in full sort of butler mode, and then he looks at you like, is there anything else you need, sire?
I look at the lady. Anything else you need right now?
She shakes her hand. No, I'm fine.
We're good right now. Thank you very much.
Very good, sir. And he immediately leaves the room. For you, you notice that that's faster than he normally leaves.
Mm-hmm. I figured.
And he doesn't say anything smart. He's not being flippant, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she kind of folds her dress. I mean, Lady Geth, blonde hair, wrapped up in a very intricate pattern with a tail in the back, jewels, a very elegant silk dress. She's a stunner. You already know that. And she's like, I happen to be passing through, and I had heard of your exploits, and you've become a leader of this area, and thought I'd make my presence known. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm now on the Council of Nobles, and wanted to see if how your business is transpiring.
It's coming along. I want to do an insight check.
Go for it.
13.
Hard to read. You're getting nothing.
Yep. It is coming along. It's definitely a lot of work. But it's coming
Yes,
along.
I see you've done great things. I haven't visited here, and she thinks, she closes her eyes, in a long time. Not since I was younger. You really have picked the place up.
Yeah, that also took a lot of time.
He says, but let us be frank, if you will permit me.
Mm-hmm.
Being on the council now has afforded me more access to things, trade, and such. I know you're with House Traylon. I would very much be interested in maybe amending our past discretions and maybe forming an alliance with House Traylon and yourself, under me, of course, as the High Noble, to maybe do some kind of venture business-wise.
As you mentioned, I would like to be frank with you. We did work together under good circumstances, but there is one person whose, shall we say, motives we question.
Oh, and whose will those be?
That would be the man who ran the shipyard.
Oh, that dreadful person. Yes, he's long been forgotten about, fired, bounty placed on his head. I must admit that I made a poor choice. He came highly recommended, but I thought he could be the perfect thing for, let's just say, my business back in the day. He turned out to be much worse. A judgment
Can
and
I
error.
can I do an insight to see if she's honest about that?
Yeah.
Or is it like the same one rolling, or how's that work?
Yeah, I'll give you another chance.
Ooh,
You're lucky I'm nice,
Nice.
Finn. She is hard to read still, but you do get a sense that she is lying about something. You don't know what, but she's being a little bit dishonest about something. But in that statements that she made, there was something that just tinged in the back of your head that something wasn't right. But you're still, as insightful as you are being, she is exceptionally hard to read, and you are getting a sense that she is highly protected from being able to be read.
Mhm.
But she's like, it's all water underneath the bridge. In fact, I would like to buy your services. The last 3 years have been a boon for me and my family, and I would like to incorporate you in that, and I'm willing to pay handsomely for one of
and
your services.
and what services are you looking for?
Oh, trade, things of that nature. You guys are well known through the realms now as a very capable group of adventurers. Maybe send you on errands, things that I need done. You would be rewarded handsomely for it. She does, in fact, name a price.
It would depend on what you want us to do.
Say work for me full time. How much in a year would you require?
Out of character, really quick. How much has our castle been willing to been making? You said it's like 2,500 a month.
Yeah, that's profit you guys are making. After you pay for everything and stuff like that, yeah, you're still making 2,500 a month. So
Um, you ask a difficult question.
start throwing numbers out. 25,000 a year.
It's it's not about the numbers.
Indeed.
Um, while we're putting the past under the bridge, or the water under the bridge here, um, you must understand my skepticism with any kind of deal that we make.
Mm-hmm.
We have tried to be on the straight and narrow here as we have gone up. It is a change for me, and I'm doing my best to keep that.
I
So-
wouldn't dream of taking you off your path.
So, what assurances can you give me with regards to what you would have us do?
Does it matter?
It does. We are not
50,000.
mercenaries anymore.
You sure? 50,000 a year.
Yes, we are not blind mercenaries anymore.
And then you see her eyes kind of narrow. It's like, Lord Oregon, are you sure this path that you're on is the one that you want to take?
Is she like trying to intimidate me, or is she just like kind of
Not yet.
looking at me?
She's looking at you with her eyes narrowed a little bit.
So when she said 50 grand a year, did my pocketbook burst into flames, letting me know that Oregon just turned down a really good
Nope,
amount of money?
you're sitting there trying to figure out how to drink tea.
Okay.
Yes. That isn't to say that we can't do business, but
I'm disappointed.
there are things that we must consider.
That's disappointment. Disappointment. Disappointing indeed. I'm afraid I was hopeful, but
That isn't to say that we can't have business in other ways.
Doubtful. To be frank, I'm gathering power, and if you stay out of my way, fine. You want to do your own thing, I can respect that. But if you try to get in my way, things happen. As long as we're clear with one another.
And what exactly are you doing so we know what we can stay away from?
You'll just have to figure that out. We're not partners. We're not anything. Why would I tell you?
Very well. We will do our best to stay out of your way.
Make sure that you do. Alright, well, the night is young and I've been traveling, so she gulps down her wine. With that, I will leave you to it. She stands up and curtsies, and Lord Oregon, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. I pray tell that your fortune favors you moving forward.
And likewise.
And she gets up and she leaves, and you're left alone. For a minute or two, Rufus comes walking in. He's like, "Hey, Master Oregon, that woman gives me the creeps.
Me too, Rufus. Me too.
It said she is considerably powerful. I hope the conversation went well."
It didn't go badly. I'll put it like that. Come, let us go to the rest of the group.
Oh, I forgot about them. Oh no! And he goes running back into the dining room, and it's like, oh, it's still in one piece, no broken dishes or anything. He's like, oh, thank God. All right, Oregon, you're free to do whatever you want.
Okay. And I let the group know what just happened. So you guys can... I can say everything again, or you guys...
You can put in your own words if you want.
Lady Idgeth wanted to hire us to do more jobs.
Is she still in the manor?
No, she's left.
And I'm looking at the butler.
She was escorted out to her carriage, Lord Valron.
Has she left the walls of the castle yet?
She should be leaving now. She was in her carriage and they were on their way.
How far away is the gate from when we're at?
Oh, I don't know. A couple 100 feet, yards. Why?
I'm considering if there was a way I could drop a wall of force on the gate, I want to do it.
It's up to you.
It's just, this was the first encounter that we had where Valron had a big emotional burst, so I'm trying to, I guess, calm myself because I really have a grudge against this person.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I do not trust this person at all. In fact, I believe we should have arrested her on the spot. We had nearly enough proof to link her to many crimes. She may say she's in power now, but even showing something...
McCarbon
like
looks
that.
at you. That may be the case, but it was never proven. And on top of that, from what I gathered from Arkleth, she's exceptionally powerful now, with the backing of the crown.
That's even more troubling then.
It may be. We've been gone for years. She has gained high influence and power through the realm.
Do we know what the present rulers are rumored to be like, or anything like that?
They're.
I mean, because
the prince is out fighting the war. His sister, the queen, who suffers no fools. Her reputation is she's
good,
not
right?
Yeah. Oh, very much good. She's a very good ruler. She's seen in a positive light. The people are very happy. Cormier is actually prospering very much under her rule.
And they still have powerful war wizards and
oh yeah, you know the Cormier is a force to be reckoned with. It may be one of the smaller nations in size, but it's like England. It may not have.
They have a very strong military.
The purple dragon knights and the war wizards give people pause. Symbia thought with the Netherese attack that they could muscle in, but they've learned a horrible lesson about why you don't mess with Cormier.
at the very least, we may want to get the information that we know to someone discreetly of importance in Kamir.
I will pass that along to
about her.
McCarver is like, I will pass that along to Arklath and Amaroon.
Very good. Thank you, McCarvin.
Rogaris will ask Orion, with what she offered us, did we get right of veto over things that she would have asked us to do?
With her, no. I didn't ask it, but there's no way she would expect us to be doing whatever she asked.
Speaking of, how much did she offer this time?
There is no price that would work for her.
She went up to 50,000 a year.
I spit out my tea.
Did you attempt to ask
Master
her
Motorgrain,
if-
what have I told you about spitting tea on the table? Oh no, it's over there like wiping it off.
Did you attempt to ask her if there was a price for us to not interfere with her?
The price was not getting attacked. She made that kind of clear. Not
I'm
having
sure.
backing.
I am sure she threatened you directly. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
She didn't threaten directly. She made it
the only
subtle.
price of not interfering was her not interfering with us. If you so choose, I am willing to send a messenger to her if you guys want to reconsider this, but I don't think it is a path we should go down.
McCarver's like, I'm out on that crap.
yeah, I
But
think we should.
50
The
grand.
only- and I kind of turned to McCarvin. There's one other consideration, which is bothering me about not accepting.
What's that?
We know what Amaroon and Arklath wanted us to do.
Which is, he's like looking at you, what do you mean?
They wanted us to infiltrate.
I know, but she's, after what happened last time, basically she came here from what you're telling me to buy us.
Yes.
There's a reason why she wants to buy us, to keep us out of the way. She doesn't fear us, but she doesn't want us to be a pain on her side. She's the kind of woman, and I've heard these things, I've been around for a long time, that
She will toy with us.
She very much. I don't know what her end goals are. I don't know anything. No one does. But
There seemed to be no win in it for us. It would
no,
be
there's no win for
money
us.
That would just cause us more problems.
Yeah, there's no win for us. And he looks at you, Morgan, like, and I would have thought that by now you, my young friend, would understand the value of money means nothing.
But it's 50 grand.
He looks at you very disappointed.
I kind of look at Morgan.
And I look at Organ and I say, you did well, my friend. Thank you.
I look at Morngrim too, and I'm like, trust me, I know what we've been through. It was a really hard urge not to say yes, 50,000, yes, but
50 grand.
But there are greater things at stake for us now. And-
See, Oregon knows where I'm coming from.
oh, I know. This is what we did.
I'm just worried about the opportunity for intelligence on her and her organization now not being available to us.
Well, there are other ways to infiltrate, but we are not the ones to do it now. We had our chance, and we made our choice. And, well, I wouldn't say we failed, but
We failed infiltrating. We found other things, yes.
We would have had to done things to infiltrate that I would not have wanted to do.
I agree. Very much so.
I'd rather fight the devil than be owned by it.
But you're better with the devil you know than the one you don't.
Well,
That's
it's
why
true.
I almost dropped a wall of force on.
I wish you had never considered that again. Please don't. McCarver's looking at you. Don't do that.
That's what happens when he's wearing that headband.
No, what? He's not wearing the headband. Rogaris is.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Rogaris who said that.
No, he's talking to Valron.
I am smart. SMRT, smart.
He took off the headband.
It is difficult for me at this point to discern when I am supposed to take action as a chosen.
Well, I can't.
I am still learning.
He goes. Well, you're not the only chosen one here. I'm still learning myself.
I would agree. and I deny, and I would, and I nod to him, and I say, congratulations, or much appreciative, or that you shared that, and thank you. But as you know, sometimes when someone is dealing with magic, it is the urge to defend magic with
This
someone
is,
like I.
but McCarm was like, but this is not magic. This is power and greed, and this.
And she was the first person to have 40 arrows pointed at me.
That is exactly why I wanted nothing to do with her. We saw how she treats those that work with her. There's not going to be much benefit for us in doing it again.
Yeah, I nearly went off the handle in the very first time we encountered her. And
I remember.
And it still is urging me further now. So I agree you made the correct decision.
All right.
But it is something to consider now.
Yep.
She does have some things that are happening. So we do need to be a little bit more mindful. Not to avoid it, but to learn about what she's trying to do. Not from underneath her work, but just being around it.
I agree.
Agreed.
Possibly we should have some of our apprentices when they go into Calmir to make sure that if they hear anything about what her operation may be doing, any rumors, that they make sure to bring back to the keep.
Yeah. No questioning, but if they hear anything only.
Exactly. If they hear things while they are, on their daily routines through Calmir, since they go there.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go see how all of our equipment is doing.
Equipment is done. And you,
Everything is done?
yep.
Okay.
You guys are able to leave tomorrow.
I thank the lady mage very much.
She's just looking at you like, bitch, you did half the work, and her hair's all disheveled.
I still thank her like she did most of the work, actually.
I look at her
Sassy
also,
elf.
and I say, if you're interested, I have a challenge for you as well.
No, but okay, what is it?
My weapon, not now, but when we return, I'm hoping to get a special enchantment on it.
Could be pricey.
It could be. That's why it's a challenge. So let me know what you can figure out. I'm looking for the defender.
She goes, oh, for the love of... Yeah, that's going to cost a fortune.
Yeah, let me know. I trust your work. Let me know what it is. Nothing urgent. I just want to see.
Can I?
You're there too, so if there's anything you want to say, I'm not whispering or anything.
I'm looking at possibly at McCarvin, if he's still there in the room as well.
Yeah, you guys are still at the dinner table. Or I mean,
And
I'll just say
I-
afterwards, like dinner's done, you guys are whatever.
Yeah, we went to the Enchantress.
McCarvin's...
This is classic Valron, like talking to himself, like maybe I can use the lady's fire inside me to enchant your sword temporarily, or put that in there regularly. I may be able to enhance it that way. It may cost me something, but it may be similar to the cost that you're having to pay now. I do not know, but it's something
She's like, yes, it's weird what Chosen can do, but she's like, we'll deal with it later. I'm going to bed. She just walks away. She looks like she's ready to like...
Yeah,
that's one thing that she probably then gets very jealous of, because Valron does not have to sleep.
She's an elf. She doesn't... It's not that she needs to sleep, but she was up for basically 2 days straight.
Yeah, you remember from my Chosen thing.
I know, but she just...
Or eat.
Yeah, she's kind of in the same boat. You've known her enough that she's your typical elf. She meditates and stuff.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we're both very...
Yeah, she's a very mature. She's like 225 years old. She's well versed in magic. She's a prodigy. That her her school of thought is basically transmutation, changing things, that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
And that she likes creating. She's an artist. She paints. She plays music. You know, she's in that elfin lineage, but creating magic stuff. The challenge of it is what she lives for.
Interesting.
That's what made her prominent. She told us she created some stuff for the elves that they were pretty impressed by, and then she became a dignitary, and then she was sent here.
Maybe before she leaves,
She'll give you a look like, if you better get to your point, Valron, or I'm going to start thumping you with this wooden rod over here because I'm tired. Yes.
Grab the beginning book of a Blade Singer for Oregon, please.
No.
I believe that.
No, and you know better.
I do, but I believe the elves would agree that he is someone.
Then you go ask the High Court for that. No. I will not do that.
I will. I believe that since Lady Storm trained
Lady
him,
Storm is different.
I believe they would approve since she was his master.
I think you have not been to the court in a while.
I agree. Maybe I do not know. I'm just hopeful. I'm trying to be more hopeful than
She just shakes her head and sighs. Valron, for as smart and intelligent
I know
as
this
you are.
is, I'm sorry. I'm just playing Valron. I'm sorry.
No. She's reacting to you as Valron going.
I know.
She's like, Valron, no.
At this point, like doing like he's in the middle of a conversation, like looking left and looking right, looking left, looking right.
Yeah, there's certain
While
things.
they're doing their thing, I'm
talking really
right.
fast. Yeah.
She's like, absolutely not. And she says, no offense to you, Master Oregon, but that is a teaching that only elves learn. Period.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
She's like, it's an art to where the elves have learned to use magic as a sword fighter. It's a special thing that we do, and we don't train it to just anybody. Definitely not anybody that's not have any elven lineage in them. Half elves have been trained, but nobody outside of that has ever been trained.
But it heavily involves singing as well, which he is now heavily known for.
It does, and if the gnomes ever create some sort of version of that, and I can teach it, I would be glad. But you know how our people are. The high elves would not put up with that.
You see,
I grab a book and say that's something I will start looking into. Creating a gnomish blade singer.
Good luck with that, because
Valron's the next study.
Yes, and she's like, she pats on the shoulder. Good luck, and then she goes.
Yes, and I say, rest well. Thank you. I apologize.
As he does that, I turned to Valron. I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you something. I have an idea for you that may have a really, really high value. When we went to Candlekeep, there is no record in Candlekeep of a story of anyone that has survived an encounter with the Ten.
I believe we should share our last journal entry with Candlekeep then.
Yes, I feel like this is something you would do, right?
I'm handing the book to you right now.
Yep.
I'm handing the book to you of the encounter. I've already definitely written that encounter down.
Okay, let's make sure we protect
That's the most important encounter of my life and death. So
Okay.
yeah, it's already in like every language I know.
Okay, let's keep this somewhere safe for the next time we go to Candlekeep.
All right.
Okay.
Very, very, very good idea. Very, very good idea. I see that the years have changed you. You are now a much more wise gnome.
I know, and I don't really like this. Morgrim, let's go steal some money.
I'm not there, dude. I snuck off.
I know. I yelled. I'm
things.
yelling for you. You just, I don't know how far away you are, but you just hear Oregon going, Morgrim, we need to go steal some money. As I'm just walking through the.
And I don't know how the butler reacts to Valron drinking tea. Valron drinks tea with mage hand, so he never actually uses or picks up the cup.
As long as you do it in an elegant way, he doesn't care.
Oh yeah, but then that's what I'm doing. I always use mage hand to drink, and my mage hand does exactly how he says it, but I don't do it at all.
He doesn't bother him one bit.
Rogaris has used his newfound intelligence to fashion a set of tea antlers that lead into a straw directly into his mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
No. No.
I'll just say
Dwarves
I'm not
are
there,
not
but
meant
that is
to be this
awesome.
Smart.
A little bit
Now,
more.
Ranger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak out and make my way to. Remember the inn where I
Yeah.
met the barmaid?
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Where you get your information?
No, not that one. The nice barmaid.
Oh.
I am going.
Booty call.
Oh.
I'm-
Well, you go
I
get a
am-
booty call.
I am going to.
So I'm going to spend my night over there.
The bent bow, I believe, right? It's been a while since you got.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. When you get there, she no longer works there.
Oh no, where does she work now?
They don't know. They said she left.
Valron,
Crap.
Valron would like to ask Belle from the twins to have a drink one evening.
She is not around when you go. The store's closed at this time of night. There's nobody around.
Well, then I mean,
It's Bella, by the way. Belle is the dude.
Bella.
I figured this out.
Bells, Bel.
Yeah, Bells
S.
and Bella.
Yes.
I'll leave a note for Bella that asking to
Yeah,
have,
you slide
have
into
a
the
drink. Yeah, because that's something I don't think that would be out of character for Elf.
No, no.
That seems proper.
I'm gonna do one thing at night, and then there's one other thing I'm gonna do in the morning. Kind of secretively, when nobody is around, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ask him if there's a way he can affix that drake head onto the end of my flying broom.
He looks at you like not a chance in hell.
Okay, that's it.
It's too big.
That's what she said.
Okay, and then
Sorry.
other
Sorry.
thing
You
I'm
just
gonna
lost
do-
a level, Morgan.
And then the other thing I'm gonna do is in the morning I'm gonna go to the magistrate to see if there's any quests or anything for the area.
When you go to the magistrate, he's there. He's like, "Oh, I don't understand. You're a lord. You get your commands from the military and higher."
I know, but every now and then I do like to try and help if I'm doing something else.
I don't understand. You handle higher matters now. These are for common adventures. You're not a common adventurer anymore.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else.
I
if there's
mean,
nothing-
I will send you things, but I mean, you do realize, Lord Commander, that you are responsible for the protection of the lands and any quests and stuff that are associated with it.
Yes. If there's something I can take care of while I'm there, I would be happy to help.
He just looks at you befuddled.
We have adventurers that come through our keep all the time.
You're not there. Valorant
Come
could
on,
tell.
Oregon! I'm trying to send you mental thought waves.
You cannot do that. Stop it.
I could do sending, actually.
You don't even know he went there because he didn't tell you. He just went there.
I know. I'm sorry.
So stop it. So he's just looking at you befuddled, like, so
You can never take the adventure out of the commander.
right. Good. Anything?
Do you have any things of difficulty up there? Things that people haven't been able to complete?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Well, that's it then.
If
Thank you very much.
Yes, I will pass it along, Lord Commander.
Thanks. And I kind of salute him, and I walk out.
He just stares at you like,
I am a commander of the people.
pretty much.
Okay.
Military rank has its privileges.
Mm-hmm.
And its responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rogue Garrus would like to go and find Kata.
She's in her room studying. She's
He'll
working on
knock on the
magic.
door.
She said, come on in.
And he'll walk in and play catch up. Ask her how the last 3 years had gone with her.
Yeah, she tells you more about Silver Moon and the Lady of Silver Moon and, Alestral and all the stuff that she learned and how fascinating it was that they would go on journeys and do all this great magical stuff, and she learned a lot.
He'll share stories of Gondel Grimm.
Oh, she's
Tavern.
all in it. You know, before when she heard about that, she's like, "We're going."
One day we will return. And he'll look at her and he'll say, so I got this new headband,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cool because it makes me smart,
Yes, I noticed.
which is a good thing. But now at the same time, my old helmet allowed me to understand a lot more languages.
Mm-hmm.
And before all of this happened, we had been learning Sylvan together as a group.
Yeah, see, I learned it.
So I was hoping that maybe you'd be able to finish teaching me Sylvan and maybe some other languages. I figure since I'm smart now,
Oh, yes.
I should be able to learn them, and then I wouldn't have to rely on that helmet to do that.
Yes, she's like, I can teach you. We'll finish our Sylvan lessons. She's like, I've learned many languages.
That would be great.
So, but yeah, I can do that.
If there's
Uncle.
anything I can teach you, please let me know.
Mm,
I don't know what I could teach you, but it's worth a shot.
she thinks about it. Nothing comes to mind, Uncle Rogaris. If anything does, I'll be sure to ask.
Okay.
She needs a present. She needs a magic present.
Well, the other thing that he'll do then is he'll
I
pull
swear to
out-
God, Valron, if you stop doing that, I'm going to start. The presence of Valron.
I
in your
take 10
minds.
points of damage.
Yes, and you lose level
Well-
2. You and Morgan are now 1 level lower.
Well, what I was going to say anyway is I had originally bought this robe of many things. I know that I'd pretty much have to take my armor off in order to wear it. And I thought maybe Valron could wear it, but he's got this pretty neat new cloak. I don't know if you might be able to at least hold on to it for a while for me.
She's like, yes, I can add it to my horde.
Well, it's also important to be able to use it in combat.
Oh,
One of the things that's on it is a spell scroll.
It's like, I don't know. I mean, she's the dragon side of her is going, horde. Don't ever use horde. Keep it. It's yours, precious. But then so she's like, I'm not going to use it. So maybe hold on to it, Uncle Rogaris, until someone needs to use it.
That's what I was figuring we could do. But if you were able to wear it in case we ever needed anything off of it, at least you'd be able to pull them off.
She looks at the list you gave her of what it's got. She's like, nothing really here. It's like, Uncle Rogaris, I don't want to wear that dreadful thing.
Okay. Figured I'd try.
I appreciate that. Now, let's start your lesson. Oh, we can't. We have to get ready to go. Well, you have to get ready to go. I will not be going, but yes.
You're not going with us?
Mm-mm. I have more studying to do. I've kind of grown up a little bit, if you hadn't noticed, Uncle Rogaris.
Oh, I noticed.
Someone's got to stay behind and keep Rufus company and make sure that the place doesn't fall apart.
Can you do me a favor then?
Hmm.
The blink dog that I had asked for should be arriving soon.
Yes, I will make sure to scoop it up for you.
Well, not only that, make sure you feed it, pet it.
Of course.
Thank you.
I can do that.
I do one other thing before we leave here.
Said
I go to the
Finn.
garden.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna talk to Fern.
Fern's in the garden. Just
Hey,
chilling.
Fern.
What's up? This is your bestest buddy in the whole frickin' world. Fern, just rocking it here in the garden.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
We're about to go on an adventure, and it's kind of a dangerous place.
Yeah.
So I want to give you the option. Do you want to come with us, or do you want to stay with Kada and help protect?
I think I'll stay here and protect with Kate if you don't mind.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Someone's got to watch this place. You guys don't ever do it. I've been watching for 3 years, bro.
And I appreciate it, Fern.
If anybody comes in, if anybody
safe.
comes in here and hurts her, I'll give him a triple Mywop and throw him across the continent.
That's exactly what I need. And thank you very much, Fern.
Do I need to follow her everywhere she goes and protect her? Is that what you need?
Oh,
I'm
no,
on
I'm
it.
pretty sure she can handle herself.
Well, she should. She's a big old powerful blue dragon now.
But yeah, that's what that
It kind of scares me a little bit because she's so big and freaking powerful now.
It is.
How come you're not scared of her? Because she could eat you, dude.
She just hugs me.
She's weird. If I was a freaking
Aren't we-
dragon,
we're
I would
all
eat you.
We're all weird.
But then again, they don't eat trees, so I'm good, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we will be back, Fern.
Well, I'm on it.
Okay. And I stopped by Kata's room too.
And Kata's in there. We're teaching a lesson of Sylvan to Rogaris.
And does he have his headband on or
Yes,
his
he does.
helmet on?
He has his headband
Headband.
Organ walks in and just basically like, Kata, really quick, I just want to let you know, Fern is going to be staying behind too. So if you need any help with anything that's going on, make sure that you ask it.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I love Fern, but I'm not going to go to him for things other than to smash.
I kind of just go up to her. Give him something to do. He's in the garden all day.
No, but that's what he
fun.
loves to do.
I know.
Uncle Oregon.
But he also wants to make sure that he protects everyone.
I think he feels that way anyway.
Probably.
Yeah. So she just laughs and's like, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Okay. And can I get a hug before I go?
Of course.
And I hug Kata. She'll notice this time, by the way, that I'm wearing a breastplate and I have like a shield on me too, so I'm like more metal.
Yeah, she notices, but it doesn't bother her.
Oh, I know. I figured.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't bother her. She squeezes you just as tight as before, like a little
Okay.
squeeze doll. All squeak, squeak.
Pretty much. Okay. And that's it.
And she says, all right, you two be safe.
All right. You too.
I'll make sure everything's here when you get back.
Okay. And I have everything that I need at this point, so I'm ready.
right.
Go to Morngrim, have Lehan and... Oh, actually, how are we getting there? Celestra, did you say you were going to windwalk us?
I don't know. She can windwalk all you guys. I think it only has a certain spell level, and you got 5 knights with you as well. When you get out there, there's horses.
I say I can get 10. I cannot get a whole group.
How many of there's what? 6 of us, and then 5, so that's 11. So we're 1 extra.
I can take care of myself.
Okay. So
You know, we do have horses.
yeah, but this gets us there faster.
I just levitate. All I gotta do is just hold on. To
Yeah, but how are we gonna carry stuff back?
That's true. We do need
Our
to
bag
save
of
those
holding.
people. No, we do need to make sure that if there's any people there, we escort them back. That's a fair point, Morgan.
Oh, how do we escort people back?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
remember,
but-
our goal is to go there and find this group that disappeared.
Oh, I think they're dead, but hopefully not. But also we could.
Very
Always the
optimistic of you.
optimist.
Very optimistic.
Always the
about it.
optimist.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
You were optimistic about me becoming a Nomus blade.
in an area
Man,
where it's surrounded by shadow and has no one's been there for however many years. I don't think anyone's alive there.
You know, ever since you blew yourself up, you've been such a downer, man.
I know. Yeah.
Rogaris makes a good point. I can do that. I've scouted the area and we can transport via plants into a tree that I've already seen by the destination and get everybody there.
You would know where a good tree is, so you could do that. Yes, you could actually.
But the question is, how do we? Will that be good enough to get everyone else back?
Everything can come through.
Yeah, that's true. And worst case, then we have our teleportation to come back here too. Yeah. That works.
Yeah, but that's any creature.
That's any creature. My teleportation circle can do any object. Because I can throw anything through that hole. So we're covered.
Grim.
I know. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to lose another level.
I chuckled. That's as far as I'm going to take it right now.
No, he's level 8 now.
And that's also what she said.
And he dies.
So as Rogaris finishes up his Sylvan lessons with Kata for the night, he says goodnight to
This
her.
is in the morning. She gives you a quick
Oh,
little
okay.
lesson. The
Uh,
princess.
All right, I'll go and I'll find Valron, and I'll say, I did buy this robe, wondering if you could use it. I know Kata can't use it, so I was wondering maybe you could.
When I look at the robe with my detect magic vision, do I know that if it will alter in size for the creature?
No, but it's designed. It's a shorter
Like if-
robe, but it's something you can wear over something. It's like a jacket mainly that you can wear over
Like,
whatever
oh, I
the
mean,
robes.
if Oregon was to wear it, would it fit him? And then if I was to wear it, would it fit me? That kind of thing. Or no? Or is it the same size?
It's the
also?
same size, so Oregon would be
Ah.
kind of like a little bit of a loopy thing. It would look weird.
Like a
Okay.
ballroom gown on him.
Yeah.
Okay, I was hoping it was the other one. I was going for something. So, I mean, I guess it's possible I might be able to wear it over since I just have a cloak. But
You could wear it. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I mean, just so it doesn't go to waste. Yeah, I can wear it. Yeah,
Yeah,
And
and it's
might
got
as
some
well.
nice stuff in it.
I was actually hoping that it might, and I kind of looked to my robe, one of my robe pockets. I was actually hoping it might be able to fit Spike, but unfortunately, it doesn't.
All right. You guys, the party is ready to transport.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Rock and roll. I get the troops ready.
All right. You guys get all geared up. You get supplies. You get ready to move. You go outside of the. It's not a tree big enough for this spell to take effect. But you know there's one right outside Celestial the Keep that you guys can use for this very thing. You get ready to cast your spell, and that's where we're going to end the show tonight. So, hope you guys are enjoying the D&D campaign. If you are, leave comments, things you like, and things of that nature. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe. We do this every Sunday. We have our little D&D adventure. So on behalf of myself and the group, thank you guys for stopping by. Check out our ACS campaign. All the links are down below. We have a Discord for D&D as well that you can check out below. But with that, on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in today. Very much appreciate it. With that, have a great rest of your week. I'll holler at you later. Peace.